Yeah! Woo! Happy Friday to those who celebrate. I know we celebrate here because it's a Bar Card Friday. Let's go, boys! Yeah! Woo! We got Keg and Bottle, who has 10 locations around San Diego, coming in studio. Tony Kanja with Tony. A delicious mezcal.
I've missed Tony. I've missed Tony so much.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be the first time we see him in the new year.
Right. Man.
I mean, it is.
And we missed him the last couple weeks of 2023. So he had some vacation time, hanging out with the family, had to move his daughter back to school.
I know.
I get it. Life.
He's a busy guy. Life comes at you fast, but we do miss him. And it's a great day to celebrate drinking. And here's the reason why. It is International Quitters Day.
Yes, it is.
Happy January 12th. This is when all the diets end. This is when all the promises and resolutions. This is when the smokers get back out in front of the pub.
Yep.
And they start puffing away on their heaters.
Ben Fletcher just quits caring about that wardrobe.
Yeah, wow. What a choice.
I like this shirt.
I like it too.
It's a Bar Cart Friday shirt.
That is a Bar Cart Friday shirt. That's also like a shirt for like a 75-year-old man.
Hey, baby, I'm cruising right there.
You do it. That is a shirt that like a 75-year-old retiree would wear at his lake house on 4th of July.
Right.
Wow,
God, that's my
1,000,000%. Yeah.
Like with a pair of like, they're house slippers, but you're not going to question it because they probably have rubber soles, so it's appropriate for him to walk around at the restaurant.
You're wearing flip-flops right now?
Dress for the job you want, not the one you have.
Great point.
Ass in the water, toes in the sand.
But hang on.
And I'm wearing slacks.
Hang on. You're dressed like you don't have a job.
Bingo.
So this ensemble, it must come with like 2 pounds of shelled pistachios, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no question about that.
I actually popped the shell into my mouth to get the salt off of it.
Do they still sell the red pistachios that would stain your fingers? Remember those?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen them in years.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, life changes, man. Like some things fall out of style, out of, I don't know. For some reason, we got to look that up. Actually, that's a big research project of ours.
That is. Maybe it's the red dye number 5.
It could be.
Yeah.
Definitely could be. Yeah.
I'm glad you guys bring up wardrobe because I did have a lasting impression that was made on me yesterday. And
what was that?
Bill Belichick at the podium. Like we had
Mm-hmm.
the video, it went on all our Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Find it at Big Rich TD Fletch of Rich patiently waiting for Bill Belichick to shout him out for his playing days, which didn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Can't believe it didn't. But did you guys see Bill Belichick dressed to the nines, not mumbling a bit, was able to very coherently display himself in front of everybody? And Colin Cowherd made the point on his show yesterday. He hasn't seen Bill Belichick look that good in like a decade.
Mm-hmm.
And Cowherd immediately put it to, well, he's auditioning for another job. Did you guys get a similar take?
I don't think he has to dress up to audition for another job. Everybody knows it's the sweatshirts. You got to cut the sleeves off. Everybody knows that's the Belichick. It's gonna wear that at whatever job he goes to. But I just think that we don't see Belichick a lot outside of right after a game or outside of a practice. So I think he was just looking nice. Come on, it was the farewell tour.
Yeah. I think. Look, I the mark of a professional is somebody who knows the room, who reads the audience, right? Somebody who gets like what's expected of them and can rise to the moment. And I think in that situation, this is a quarter century that's gone by with the same organization, and he felt out of respect to Robert Kraft and the Patriots and everything they've done for him. He's done plenty for them, but everything they've done for him, he owed it to them to dress and speak in a way that gave appropriate respect to the occasion. I think he really rose to the occasion, and that was a difficult spot to be in. And we'll play back some of that sound throughout the show because obviously the press conference happened at noon East Coast time. We were already off the air, so we'll play some of that sound. But the breaking news this morning, and there was some inklings that this was going to be a quick succession plan in New England, is that Gerard Mayo is replacing Bill Belichick as the head coach of the New England Patriots. So
that didn't take long.
out with the old, in with the new. First blush reaction to the hiring of Gerard Mayo, TD?
This was obviously already set up. This was already in play. It felt like it was going this way anyways. I'm not shocked by it.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked.
I'm a little shocked that they didn't go through the process of talking with people who have recently been fired. Like, you look at Mike Vrabel, I'm a little surprised that Robert Kraft didn't at least interview or talk with Mike Vrabel about the job. Because you think about somebody who has real good experience over the last 6 years dealing with some tough quarterback situations. Like, Patriot way is Mike Vrabel. The way he played for that organization, the way he's in the Ring of Honor or the Hall of Fame, whatever they call it. Like, I'm just a little surprised he didn't even get a look at this. But if it is Gerard Mayo and it's this quickly after, which it is now, Adam Schefter reporting this morning, it makes me believe 100% that this decision was made as soon as the team got off the plane in Germany, or maybe got onto the plane in Germany, as it was reported by Tom Curran earlier.
See, I think it was actually made beforehand. It was almost like they had a second string quarterback they drafted. They had him waiting in the wings, and they were waiting for a Brett Favre to step down to bring Aaron Rodgers in, type of a situation.
Now, where we go from here is Gerard Mayo has a very particular teammate of his back in his New England Patriots playing days as a linebacker. That teammate just happens to be in this room. So if you're out there driving around listening to the morning show today, there is one perspective that you need, and it is Rich Ornberger's.
Well, he's a great guy, yeah. And he was a second-year player when I was a drafted rookie in New England in 2009. And he was a starter and a really competent player during that time. And he developed into a Pro Bowl caliber player over his time with the Patriots. I believe he only played with one team. I may be mistaken. It might have been two. Like many Patriots players toward the end of his career, I could very easily see, the Patriots like trading him for, a refrigerator box, something like that, because they get value for everybody before their careers are over. But
and a 9th round draft pick. But Fletch, there is no 9th round. I know. That's the joke.
Yeah, but he was intelligent. He was highly energetic. He was a great teammate, a great leader. And he's the type of player who you have bouncing around a locker room who you go, oh, he's going to be a coach one day. Like, there's no question about it. Like, when you would have questions about anything for Gerard, he had the correct answer. It was, a lot of people called him Little Belichick because he had a brain for football, a brain for the Patriot way that very few people had. So Gerard,
and they look so much alike.
Well, no question about it. When Bill, especially like when Bill came back from that trip to Bermuda and he had the cornrows, I mean, identical. No, it's the reality of the situation is Gerard Mayo is filling monumental shoes. Yeah. He's replacing the greatest football coach who's ever lived. This is the same conversation we're having about Cam Newton and then Mac Jones. How the hell do you replace Tom Brady? How the hell do you replace Bill Belichick? It is impossible. There's no way, unless he wins 2 Super Bowls in a row to start his career. Nobody's going to be like, well, geez, we found the perfect guy. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be clunky. It always is when you're the successor of a great. But I think if you're going to choose a guy who understands the Patriot way, who's a great mind about football, Gerard Mayo's that.
And Fletch, to your point of Robert Kraft, why wouldn't you interview some of these big name coaches out there, at least to show that you're talking to them? Maybe it was already put out there that there's not a coach that wants to come in and try to fill the shoes of Bill Belichick. Like, you almost have to have a buffer in between there. And I think it's a good hire. I think it's good.
Yeah,
we'll see. I have no idea. My questions coming out of this, because it was such a fast process, was if you hire a minority head coach, does that mean you don't have to go through the Rooney Rule?
Well,
because you have to interview outside minority candidates, I thought was the rule.
It's a good question, and I think there's ways to fast track a succession plan if you have a candidate in-house. And that is what the Patriots did. So,
now do the Patriots get the compensatory draft pick for developing and promoting the head coach?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have to research that a little bit further, but my knee-jerk reaction is that is going to be something that they'll be rewarded with as a result of hiring Gerard Mayo, because if you're catching up to what we're saying, the Rooney Rule has been instituted that you have to interview at least one minority candidate
outside of the organization.
And also, if you in fact hire a general manager or a head coach, there's compensatory draft picks that are given to you to reward you for hiring a minority
And
at those
to
positions.
put that into context, because a lot of people say, well, compensatory draft picks, well, they can be anywhere from like a third to a fifth rounder, right? But if you think about what the 49ers did with the compensatory draft pick that they got for hiring and developing Mike McDaniel to the point where he got hired as a head coach somewhere else, they were able to flip that into Chase Young. So like these draft picks end up meaning something. And in a system like the Patriots, who have always seemed to find a way of not being great in the first couple rounds of the draft, but being really good in the later rounds, it could end up being significant. So I'm just wondering if by circumventing the rules and going with a minority hire from within the organization, if they don't get that draft pick, that could be substantial.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't even cross my mind that was a minority hire.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's the other thing about the NFL is, look, obviously we're seeing a lot more minority hires throughout the league. I know that there was this huge boom at one point, and then it really tailed off for a while. And it's a good thing, right? That you have people in positions of power in these organizations who reflect the overwhelming majority of the I guess you would say skin tone. It's so weird that that's the dividing line. It's like if you're dark enough, like it makes more sense, for you to have a job or not have a job. How about that? Like, how about this? Like, Gerard Mayo is an awesome coach. Like, Gerard Mayo is like a really smart man. Gerard Mayo has been a good coordinator at very least, and a tremendous football player, and has a great mind for football. And so he deserves this. Like,
yeah.
In no way, shape, or form am I shocked at the hiring, and in no way, shape, or form do I think that the New England Patriots are like checking a box so they can say, hey, we hired a black head coach. Look at us, pat us on the back. Right. No, he deserves and earned that job.
Yep.
Now, there's an interesting groundswell story, I would say. It's kind of one of these Twitter things that's burning in the background of this hiring, and I'm curious to see if it makes it to more of a national discussion. But there are Patriots fans who are dismayed at how this all went down. Fans that didn't want the Patriots to move on from Belichick.
Because of how quickly it happened?
Well, because of how it all happened. Maybe not how quickly, but how it all happened. So Tom Curran, you mentioned, he had that note passed along to him from somebody that I think he's been quoted as saying is high up in the Patriots organization. He had it on very good standing that this was going to happen, that the Patriots were definitely interested in moving on from Belichick. The decision felt like it was made on their way home from Germany. And now people are connecting the dots because Gerard Mayo, before he started his coaching career, was living in the New England area and was working with Tom Curran. Tom Curran is the person who had the source and reported the story. So a lot of people are saying that Gerard Mayo is the one who gave Curran the story. I don't know if I buy that at face value. Just because somebody has a relationship with a member of the media, even if they have a working past, does not mean that you can link them to a source and say, well, they're the source. No, you can't say that.
Yeah.
Like unless there's proof, you can't say that. But many people are saying that. And a lot of people are dismayed at the fact that this happened the way it did, that a source report came out, and then all of this support of the Patriots moving on from Bill Belichick began as a result of that. And then Gerard Mayo is the successor. It just feels a little too tidy to certain New England Patriots fans who weren't ready to move on from Belichick.
Well, and that's the thing, right? I mean, the ones who aren't ready to move on, you're looking for something to sink your teeth into. And if you can come up with some kind of juicy storyline, and there are dots that do connect, so you can try to justify it in some way, that's what spreads like a wildfire.
Yeah. Let's hit a halftime real quick here. We also do have concert tickets coming up for August. Great show at Petco Park, August 30th. It's going to feature Def Leppard and Journey. We have a pair of tickets available on the show. We'll give those away a little bit later on. LiveNation.com for more tickets and information there. But first, this.
Well, boys, we also have some goals tickets to give away. We got a 4-pack coming up in the next segment for their homestand this weekend for one of the games. But we'll start here with Aztecs Hoops. We've been doing the NFL thing, but college hoops, we got tomorrow at the Pit in New Mexico, 16,000 seat arena, a far cry from San Jose State's like 4,000 seat arena, and it will be packed. 11 o'clock tip off, 10:30 pregame coverage. You can listen right here on San Diego Sports 760, and this is also one of the Aztecs' big CBS games. It'll be on national television, early window Saturday morning. That is the time for college basketball. In the NFL, we just said it, Gerard Mayo taking over for Bill Belichick with New England. Super wildcard weekend kicking off tomorrow. Browns, Texans at 1:30. Dolphins, Chiefs at 5. Sunday will open up at 10 a.m. Steelers, Bills. TJ Watt officially ruled out for that one. Packers, Cowboys at 1:30. You'll hear that on San Diego Sports 760. Rams, Lions to end the night. You'll hear that on San Diego Sports 760. And then Monday we'll close out Super Wildcard weekend. Bucks, the Tampa Baker Buccaneers hosting the Jalen Hurts finger Eagles. In the NBA, Lakers continue to struggle. They're a bad basketball team right now, man. They fall to the Suns 127-109 last night in LA.
Wow. They got solar flared.
Oh, yeah. TD, what you got for that one?
For what, the Suns?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Suns beating the Lakers.
Is it Sanford?
No, but close. The Suns, the Lakers.
Jesus.
I don't get that one.
Okay.
My two sons?
Yeah.
I still don't get it.
My Two Sons was an old TV sitcom. He's you're a menace and you needed to stop. That's what needs to happen. Oh my God.
Do I need to come up with a new one?
No.
I'd try a little harder.
You can leave that in. No, it's fine.
That's good. It's good. Listen, it gets difficult trying to come up with a new one of these every day.
Your halftime isn't until the 8 o'clock hour, so anybody listening now probably won't even hear
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah. They'll be surprised just as we were. Wow. And what a surprise it was.
I got some good ones though today.
Speaking of Belichick, we've been talking about this all show so far. I mean, all 20 minutes of it. But if anybody missed this, so Chandler Jones used to play for the Patriots. Chandler Jones is an incredible defensive end who kind of went off the rails with the Raiders. It seems there have been some social media posts, him walking around his house naked, and that obviously
Really big house.
really big house,
huge, long hallway,
super long hallways.
Mansion. Did you
yeah.
say that like a million times?
Yeah, so look at my mansion.
It's my mansion.
Look at my mansion. So anyway, so Chandler Jones, really good defensive end, also edge rusher for the Patriots. He gave a stunning, and I mean a stunning tribute to Bill Belichick. And here is what he put out.
You guys want to keep going?
I mean, I dig it.
So good.
Six Super
He
Bowls,
had
right?
6, yeah, 6,
6.
7. Tom Brady had 7.
Yeah.
Also, song's ruined now.
So Chandler, Chandler Jones. Okay, so maybe he's going through it right now, but he's got a voice.
I mean, that works.
he can sing. Fletch, what is that song?
Tennessee Whiskey.
Tennessee
Oh,
Whiskey.
that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
Stapleton.
And speaking of Chris Stapleton,
We got tickets next week.
Wow, we have Chris Stapleton's tickets next week.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
huge.
God, that is huge. All right.
Sick.
So be listening to Big Rich, TD, and Fletch next week. As a matter of fact, though, okay, can you find really quick Tennessee Whiskey, the instrumental? Because I think
On YouTube?
out of respect to Chandler Jones and my former coach, Bill Belichick, maybe I should try to
It's a good call.
carry on with this.
Good call.
This feels.
Wow.
There it is.
You want me to cue you in?
Yeah, actually, give me a 3, 2, 1 when you
Okay.
need me to. Yeah, this is
Maybe Travis would do better at this. Give him the 3, 2, 1.
What?
I don't know when the song starts.
Let's see. 3, 2, go.
Oh, Bill Belichick. Why did you step down? They're gonna miss you in Beantown. Oh, Bill Belichick. Why did you release me after the Super Bowl? Man, that was so low. Oh, Bill Belichick. Showing up shirtless.
It's good, though. It was real good.
Seemed like you did that. Man, that was on purpose. Oh, Bill Belichick. Replaced by Mayo.
You like Mayo, though.
No one likes Miracle Whip, though.
We don't like that.
Oh, Bill Belichick. Woo, woo. Why did Hellman's change its name now to Best Foods? It seems so rude.
Man,
This is all about mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it should be.
Why
It should
did
be.
you step down? Oh, they're gonna miss you in Beantown. Wow. Chandler
Yeah.
Jones,
Nicely
thank
done.
you for the inspiration. That is a Hall of Fame edge rusher. He's like 20 sacks away from making the top 20 in all of the NFL history, and he's a soulful singer.
And he had some, like, one of the thickest columns right by his front door I've ever seen.
And
I mean,
currently unemployed.
huge.
So 20 more sacks. He's got to get a team.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 seasons
By the
with
way,
a new
the
team.
4-pack of goals tickets we have are going to be coming up next. They are for Saturday night, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock against the Iowa Wild.
Okay.
All right.
At Pachanga.
I thought you were going to say the Ayahuasca.
Yeah.
That's next weekend.
That's right. And that's
Gonna
actually
get nuts.
That's one of the things we're planning on doing. We did the Aaron Rodgers Darkness Retreat on air, Big Rich, TD, and Fletch last NFL offseason. This year, ayahuasca. We plan on getting super stoned and tripping balls. It is going to be great.
Yeah. Do you think ayahuasca helps you lose weight?
Actually, it does.
Okay.
I think
Turns
you just
out.
have to puke a
Is
lot.
that a fad diet, though? I mean, would you say you'd yo-yo diet from that?
You go down to the rainforest of Peru, you take a little ayahuasca, you're going to have diarrhea and vomiting over the next 3 days. But you know what happens after all that diarrhea and vomiting? What? You gain all that weight back.
It's just water weight. You yo-yo diet.
If you are tired of yo-yo dieting, regardless of the fad diet you have chosen to follow, I need you to call 858-665-3211 or head online, sdfatloss.com. That's what we did. So look, yo-yo dieting, everybody knows what this is. It's, you lose a bunch of weight, you gain it all back. It sucks. So this is what I suggest you do. Get in touch with Wayne and Chloe at sdfatloss.com and put down whatever off-label medication you're using to suppress your appetite. As soon as you get off the drug, the frustration usually returns because you gain all that weight. And actually, your appetite roars back. It's not like it stays low. It's all being artificially suppressed. This has been coming really, really popular lately. So sdfatloss.com does this naturally. It follows not just a diet plan, but a lifestyle plan for you. We've lost 110 pounds cumulatively as a show. If we can do it, so can you. sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Aaron Cooney with the San Diego Gulls joining us next.
We got some special happenings down at Pechanga Arena with the goals. Aaron Cooney joins us next.
This update presented by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. We got the goals in studio coming up next with a 4-pack ticket to their game this weekend against the Wild, starting off with college hoops here. Aztecs tomorrow morning at the Pit in New Mexico, 11 o'clock tip-off, 10:30 pregame coverage. You can listen right here on San Diego Sports 760. In the NFL, that did not take long. Patriots hiring Gerard Mayo to take over as their head coach after parting ways with Bill Belichick yesterday. Super Wild Card weekend kicks off tomorrow. Browns at Texans at 1:30. Dolphins Chiefs at 5. Sunday opens up at 10 a.m. Steelers at the Bills. TJ Watt out for that one. Packers at Cowboys at 1:30. You'll hear that right here on San Diego Sports 760. Rams at Lions. That ends the night. You'll hear that right here on San Diego Sports 760. And Monday will close out Super Wild Card weekend with the Bucks hosting the Eagles. NBA, Lakers are a bad basketball team. They continue to struggle. They fall to the Suns 127-109 in LA. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application is required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Happy Friday. Happy Bar Card Friday here. Big Bridge TD and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. We have some Def Leppard and Journey tickets we're going to be giving away a little bit later here. You want to keep listening to win. If you want tickets and info, livenation.com if there are any tickets left. But I would go there and check immediately. If you're looking to purchase, if you're looking to win, like I said, just keep listening. Also, some big happenings down at Pechanga Arena here in town. If you are looking for one of the coolest nights that you can have in San Diego, you want to go see some Goals hockey. Aaron Cooney from the Goals joining us right now. Aaron, happy Friday, bud.
Hey, happy Friday. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you came in with some spectacular gifts. I mean, spectacular. Some of the best I've ever seen. What am I holding in my hand right now?
So that is Saturday's giveaway. That is a Chase DeLeo and Hansel bobblehead. So Chase DeLeo is the San Diego Gulls captain. He has a farm. He's been an animal guy his entire life. So Hansel has been his best buddy, and from what he told us, like his brother since growing up. They're about the same age. They told him that he has the same birthday as him and everything. So
What?
that is the giveaway on Saturday at the San Diego Gulls game on country night. So whole country theme, Chase DeLeo riding a donkey,
Dude,
on the bobblehead.
So we just met. That's not a donkey. That's a goat. We
Yeah.
just met that goat on Christmas.
We
It's
did.
Lucy the Christmas goat.
We had a Christmas goat in.
Oh, dude.
Oh, no way.
That was the craziest show of our lives. We met these wonderful people from, is it Gotoga?
Gotoga, yeah.
Gotoga
out
out
in
in
Alpine.
So they do like sunrise yoga out
Okay.
there.
Mhm.
And they brought in a goat in studio and it crapped all over the place.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
The goat smokes weed.
Oh, yeah. As it turns out, we found out the hard way. He enjoys his mimosas as well.
It's like we get
all
some
right.
big singers here who, they get the green room before they go into our performance studio.
Yeah.
And that green room sometimes smells a little green afterwards. I never imagined that a goat would smell a little green after being here.
Now let me ask this question: does the goat or the donkey are we gonna see this animal on the ice?
Ooh,
So we
question.
tried. We wanted to bring him down. He's too old to make the trip from La
No.
Mirada to come down. So we won't have Hansel, but there is a pregame tailgate just outside the arena on Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. That'll have a petting zoo. We'll have some of those animals. We'll have some other goats and everything else. I don't think it's the same goats that'll be with the green and everything. That are
Right,
coming
yeah,
in.
yeah,
But
right.
we will have some other animals that come to the petting zoo. There's a mechanical bull. There's a whole country themed tailgate going on beforehand. So a lot of fun going on before you come into the game. Check it out on Saturday at Pechanga Arena and pick up your bobblehead with Chase DeLeo and Hansel the donkey.
Man, you guys do it right down there because this is a ton of fun, man. Country night sounds awesome. Cannot wait to go. And you also brought a couple gifts for our listeners here. We got a 4-pack of tickets we can give
Absolutely.
away.
Absolutely. 4-pack for Saturday night. That's country night at the San Diego Gulls game.
Okay, so country night, be there, Pechanga Arena. If you want to win tickets, we're going to give you the cue to call here in just a few minutes for all of our app listeners. What do you got?
Well,
Fletch?
Rich, you weren't in here when we were talking to Aaron beforehand, but he talked about Chase DeLeo, who has an actual farm, and the Gulls spent some time out there this week. Aaron, you want to let Rich know?
I met his Hansel,
Yeah.
their other donkey, their horse, their pony. They got 4 pigs, about 4 goats, 50 some chickens,
Mhm.
maybe 10, 11, 12 dogs that were running around.
Mhm.
Hairless cats. There was a parrot that we found
Did you
eventually.
say
too.
hairless cats?
Hairless cats?
Mm.
They
Gave
have their
that one
own
Rich
little-
Ornberger.
I thought he said careless at first. And I was like,
yeah.
they don't care about anything.
These cats were leaping from roof to roof, just willy-nilly all about. Ridiculous.
drinking milk from a
Any-
saucer.
yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't even their own. They don't know. Yeah. One cat coughing might have had COVID. No one cared.
No one
They were-
cared.
We were closer than 6 feet.
Were
everywhere.
they boosted? Who knows?
right.
So you go to the farm. Are you an animal guy?
I'm from the city. So it was like, all right, I took the field trip to the farm when I was younger. I was like, all right, this is cool, but not for me 24/7. I don't need the smell and everything my entire day.
You didn't ride anything.
No,
Yeah,
I got the pet Sophia the pig. That was it. Who drinks red Gatorade. He taught us all these different tricks. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is insane. They eat peppermints are their favorite food. I'm just like, don't you have to feed them like
I get that. I get
animal
that.
food, like real stuff? No, they're anything
Gatorade and
else.
peppermints.
Peppermints is what it is.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
mean,
the meat's so
breakfast champions.
delicious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that is also a fad diet. You would yo-yo from that.
Yeah.
How many of these bobbleheads are given away here?
So the first 8,000 fans
Okay.
in the building at Pechanga Arena on Saturday will get those for country and on Saturday.
So get to Pechanga Arena. Saturday's country night. You'll get DeLeo riding his donkey bobblehead if you're one of the first 8,000. We have a 4-pack of tickets to give away to the game. Aaron Cooney joining us in studio with the Gulls. So last question about the farm.
Almost, maybe.
I mean, like how far out of town is this? Like where?
It was 20 minutes from Disneyland. Like he's from
Okay.
like La Mirada. So I pull through. I was like, all right, here's Disneyland. We're still on the freeway. I get off. I'm like, okay, now we're in a neighborhood. It's got to open up at some point. No, it's just regular residential street. And he says the neighborhood kids.
way.
He's like, I was the most popular kid in elementary school.
Right. Right.
Oh yeah.
Everybody wants to come over. They're bringing animals to school, and then the neighborhood kids come up. Let's go hang out and hang out at the farm with the DeLeos and all the animals.
This is how it happens. Like you go from being the coolest kid in elementary school to the stinky kid in middle school because
Right.
you're just covered in
Right.
pig slop.
You're the
going to school.
the
Why are you
4-H
talking about my
the
childhood?
4-H guy,
Yeah.
the 4-H kid.
Yeah, the ag.
Yeah, the ag.
The ag student. You're going to tech school where they're like, well, Chris is going to show us how to milk the goats
Right,
today. That's
right.
what we're- and then he finds hockey. Well, I mean, obviously, captain. What kind of?
He finds hockey. It makes sense.
You know,
Out there
and
on
by
the
way,
farm.
I couldn't tell because of the C on this chest. It's because you put the captain on the donkey. You put the captain on the donkey. That's very traditional in the AHL. So, what kind of
So-
hockey player is he?
Jace is, he's been, this is a top tier offensive player, right? Like he is on his way to staying healthy. He's going to start setting records and tying records for the San Diego Gulls in terms of goals, points, assists. He's 1 assist away from moving into sole possession of second place in Gulls history in assists for his career. So Chase DeLeo, like this is our guy. This is our guy that's when you expect you needed a goal out there or trying to tie the game or it's tied in your final minutes, you're throwing a guy out in overtime. Chase DeLeo's your guy.
Yeah, I just pulled up the picture. He looks like a cowboy.
Yeah.
Chase DeLeo got the bobblehead for the first 8,000. He's riding the donkey on the ice. Pechanga Arena tomorrow night. It's country night. Awesome opportunity to get out there and support local. And also, if anybody's never been to a Gulls game, you need to go.
Yep.
It is a perfect, intimate environment to see an awesome sport. The only way to watch hockey, in my opinion, is live.
It's got to be live.
You gotta go live. Like, and also, by the way, if you've never really enjoyed hockey on television, you will start enjoying hockey on television if you go to one game live.
Or if you listen to Aaron Cooney on the broadcast on the free iHeartRadio app.
Wow.
Yeah. There he
Thank
is.
you.
Look
Thank
at
you.
There he
Bring
is.
it all home.
Yep.
Goodness gracious. Thank you, Fletch.
Wow.
Jeez.
Real quick, Aaron, if you look at Fletch's shirt, I mean, how would you rank that? A scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best shirt you've ever seen.
It's a 7 because it's not
Wow.
quite that Gulls Christmas shirt, Hawaiian shirt we
yeah.
gave
Oh,
him.
by
That
the
was
way,
my
I've worn 15
It's-
times since you gave it to us.
That's also true. By the way, we
Starting to
also
wear out.
we gave him hours because he's like, "Can I have those?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Well, no." We kind of he's like, "Can I please have those?" We're like, "Dude, I'm gonna take your shirts." We're like, "Okay."
Right.
And so he doesn't have to wash them.
Right.
I don't
Yes.
think he's washed them once.
Mm-mm.
He just rotates.
Right, you
Right
guys
out of the
wash your
bag and-
clothes?
Oh, Jesus. We have so much to teach him.
Yeah.
Aaron, run for your life. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Caller number two at 877-767-4760. That's 877 SORG. That's SORG 760. If you call at not now, but not now. I see you guys. started to go, "Not yet."
whoa.
We're hanging up on all you early birds. All right, we're going to give our app listeners an opportunity. So at 6:44, if you dial that number, you are going to get your opportunity to win that 4-pack of tickets to Gulls Country Night tomorrow night. You'll get to see the Chase DeLeo, or if you're lucky enough to get there early enough, you're going to get the bobblehead. And Aaron, awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
And to all the listeners, you want to get there early enough. I mean, this is a solid.
All right,
podcast.
everyone call right now. Hang the hell up.
Yeah.
Doing
44. You got 2 minutes.
And you only got to be his caller number 2. Call number 2.
619-951. You guys are dead to me.
Yeah, take that.
They want to go.
Thank you,
They wanna
Aaron.
go. Yeah,
Thanks,
thanks,
guys.
Aaron.
Appreciate it,
Appreciate
man. All right, coming up next, we're going to get into some of the scuttlebutt over at ESPN. It's been a very busy week there. But first, Fletch, what are you going to be doing this weekend?
For you hockey fans out there, I don't know what you're doing dilly-dallying around. Get on over to prizepicks.com/Fletch. Use promo code Fletch. You get a first deposit match up to $100. Prizepicks.com/Fletch, or download the Prize Picks app and use promo code Fletch. You will get a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. I'm telling you why these guys are great all the time, and I found another reason earlier this week. It's the reboot policy. Not every app offers this, but PrizePick offers the reboot policy so that your entries will stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. So for the example here, I was able to have an injured NFL player in my lineup that got hurt. I can't remember who it was. It might have been TJ Watt on his sack line. And then he was able to stay in the lineup, and it didn't count towards the overall effect. So my lineup was rebooted. PrizePicks, the only daily fantasy sports platform with the injury insurance policy. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, enormous selection of players and stat types. That's what makes PrizePicks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. The quick withdrawals are no joke, by the way. I've won on a Sunday and got the money in my bank account on a Monday before. awesome stuff happening over there. Not to mention the promotions. Okay, today is Friday, which means you need to download the Prize Picks app because on Fridays they do a little risk-free action, meaning if you set your divisional round lineup today, it's risk-free. Like even if you don't win, it doesn't really matter. So Prize Picks, get on over, download the app today, make your divisional round entries. That's what I'm going to be doing a little later on. I will have those entries up for you on Instagram and Twitter. Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform on the freaking continent, the easiest, most exciting way to play DFS. And it's just you against the numbers. You're not battling against thousands of other players, including pros and sharks. All you do is pick more or less on a 2 to 6 player stat projection, and you watch the winnings roll in. Prizepicks.com/Fletch. Use code Fletch for a first deposit match up to $100. Prizepicks.com/Fletch.
Coming up next, more of this nonsense. We'll see you in a few minutes. Man, fun visit with Aaron Cooney, San Diego Gulls. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch with you this morning. Yeah, my camera's unplugged again.
Who won the tickets there, Fletch?
Chris.
Congrats, Chris. Going to country night.
Country night tomorrow night, Pechanga Arena. Tomorrow night is a busy night in the NFL. We're going to be getting to that on the other side. Super wildcard weekend gets underway with a 2-game slate, followed by a 3-game Sunday, and then a Monday nighter as well. We'll break that all down in just about 10 minutes, top of the hour, next hour. But look, ESPN has had a really interesting week. If you think about everything that's transpired. Now, I wanted to take a slight divergence from what we have here on the rundown to ask you what
how dare you?
What I mean, I put that in there.
Hang on. I wanted to ask you this. No, I'm not, and trust me, we're gonna get to this. But I want to ask you this question. So all this stuff going on between the Pat McAfee show and Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel, and then obviously Disney is the overarching brand. And then you obviously have ABC and you have ESPN, who are satellite companies underneath Disney.
Don't forget Hulu and who knows, probably Apple and probably Microsoft and probably everybody else in the world. I thought monopolies were illegal.
Well, what's interesting about this is Pat McAfee, he made the announcement on his show that Aaron Rodgers, that was his last appearance on Tuesday. You know, he's done for a little bit because Jets have entered their offseason. And then the headlines started running like Pat McAfee kicks Aaron Rodgers right off the show. Right. You are done for the year.
Right.
And then a lot of people are like, oh, McAfee sold out. Like he's just doing what the brass over at ESPN says. He had Aaron Rodgers on the show yesterday.
I know. No, he's back. He's already back.
And McAfee also cleared it all up. He said I think he opened the show with it yesterday. He was like, I was getting so much hate yesterday, but like the season's over. What do they want me to do? But I do think Aaron wanted to come back on to like kind of settle everyone down a little bit.
It was just to me, I honestly, it's just poking people in the eye.
That's all it is.
Right.
I mean, it's just like so yesterday was his last show. And then an hour later, it's like 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champion.
The last person to talk to Bill Belichick on the football field, it's Aaron Rodgers.
It was just very, very funny.
Days later.
It's just so damn funny. So I'm sorry. So I wanted, that was just
No. That's perfect because we're talking ESPN here. Apparently a little shady. They wanted more of their employees to be able to take home Emmys. So what they started doing was making up fake names, putting them on different shows. So the fake names, so they got extra Emmys that they could then take back to the office. They had them re-engraved with the name of the person they really wanted to put on there and gave them Emmys. They've been doing this for 13 years.
Oh, Lord.
That's weird.
Very weird. Also, I mean, that'd be cool if somebody gave me an Emmy.
Well, were you guys a little surprised that we didn't get like a email or something saying like best bracket ever, best social content?
Yeah.
Like what do they call that? Yeah, the Takis. I guess that's the chip that we're gonna eat.
Oh yeah, that's
Maybe
right.
we should apply
those arrived today
for like the porno awards. You know.
Wait.
Oh,
What?
the AVNs.
I think that's
Iggy Azalea is going to be performing
Hang
there.
on, the AVNs. I believe that's what it's called.
Why would we get an AVN?
because of the thirst trap we posted of Rich Ornberger.
Oh.
Sorry, I know that was a long.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
avascular necrosis is not what I was looking for.
what?
That's a disease that results from temporary or permanent loss of blood supply to the bone.
By the way, do you guys remember
God.
the thirst trap we posted of Rich?
No, not
You're
really.
talking
Your
about the-
mustache looked so good
was that the
in the onesie. You
Yeah.
could see the twig and the berries.
Yeah, you saw them both. Yeah,
AVN is correct. The Adult Video Network Awards.
yeah. I see. I typed in the wrong thing. If you write AVN Awards, then it brings you right to what you're looking for. And by the way, the red carpet at the AVN Awards, mwah, chef's kiss. Really, really well done. Very tasteful.
Yeah.
Very elegant. What are you wearing? A lot of people are going to answer that question. Nothing.
Well, maybe next year we'll look good enough to be a part of those awards. You know why? Because of our help from our friends over at SDFatLoss.com.
That's right, Fletch.
Wade and
Right, yeah.
Chloe, who have walked us through this whole thing. They are our weight loss coaches, and they
Down to
really
that
helped
plane,
us out.
Randy.
And we really needed coaches. Travis, shut up during my live read.
I'm just saying you did such a good job.
Are you tired of yo-yo dieting, TD?
I am.
'Cause you
Up
went through
and
it, man.
down.
Listen, I hate yo-yo dieting. I love yo-yos.
That is true.
I
Yo-yos
do.
are cool.
Like a
Yo-yo
Dunkin'
dieting.
Also,
Imperial.
like MTV Yo Raps.
Oh, geez.
Yo
You know
MTV Raps.
I'm gonna leave.
You know
I'm
what,
gonna leave
gentlemen?
right now.
Shut up. Mike's off.
What are we? What? Listen, I'm happy at the amount of weight you've lost, and you're not yo-yo dieting. That's all.
Yeah, and you know what? You were the king of yo-yo dieting because we tried those fad medications, we tried those fad diets, and what happened with Travis Dale? Well, he'd lose 2 pounds and gain 10, and he was fatter than ever. And then we met Wade and Chloe over at SDFatLoss.com. And TD, I gotta tell you, man, look at those pecs, those biceps. They're rippling.
I mean, they are.
You look
They are.
fantastic. And it's because gone are the days of the yo-yo diet, and here are the days of SDFatLoss.com. They have the secret for quick weight loss and, most importantly, lasting weight loss using their time-tested methods over literally tens of thousands of clients across the country. SDFatLoss.com. They've broken the weight loss code, and they've just got you back on old-fashioned proprietary whole foods, the good old-fashioned weight loss, and it's helping us out. I'm back on the reduction phase, and it's working, man. It's fun stepping on the scale every morning and seeing those weight or those pounds just tick off my number. Down in the 220s again. Feel great. Can't wait to get to the 2 teens. I'll keep you all updated when it happens. TD, hour 2 is coming up next. What do we got? SDFatLoss.com, by the way. Free consultation today.
What do we got? We got to get more or talk a little bit more about these NFL playoff games. And we got Jared Smith, countdown to kickoff, Fox Sports. He's going to join us. He's our betting analyst here on the show. And it's a Bar Cart Friday brought to you by Keg and Bottle. All coming up next.
It's hour 2 on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. This update presented by Progressive Insurance. Starting off with college hoops, we got basketball tomorrow for the Aztecs. It's in the morning at the Pit in New Mexico. 11 o'clock tip-off, 10:30 pregame coverage. National TV game on Big CBS. Listen right here on San Diego Sports 760. In the NFL, well, that did not take long. Patriots hiring Gerard Mayo to take over as their head coach after parting ways with Bill Belichick yesterday. Super Wild Card weekend kicking off tomorrow. Browns Texans at 1:30, Dolphins Chiefs at 5. Then Sunday will open up at 10 a.m. Steelers at the Bills. Packers at Cowboys at 1:30. You'll hear that on 760. Rams Lions to end the night. You'll hear that on 760. Monday closes out Super Wild Card weekend. Bucks hosting the Eagles in Tampa. In the NBA, Lakers continue to struggle. They fall to the Suns last night, 127-109 in LA. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes with progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Woo! Yeah, you're damn right it is. It's a Bar Cart Friday, and a happy Friday to those who celebrate. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch with you. This has been probably the most energetic first hour of our show in a long time, and I think there's a renewed excitement here in 2024 because it is going to be the first time in this year that we're going to see Tony Kanja live in studio. Thank goodness. It's been a long wait.
It has.
He's been busy.
I get it. I get it.
I get it? No.
Well,
no, Tony, we expect you to be here every GD week.
I was trying to be very nice about it, right?
I'm upset with him, and I'll express that to him on air.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing bartender today. Tony Kanja, by the way, is the owner-operator of Keg and Bottle. They've got 10 locations around San Diego. There's one up in Santa Barbara. There's one in Chicago. They're going to be worldwide soon. But this is my favorite store. I think it's been elevated because I walk in there and it's like a wonderland of adulthood.
Right. The same feeling you used to get when you walked into Toys R Us.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the feeling you get when you walk into Keg and Bottle.
It's really, really awesome. Also, it's going to be a fun weekend to stock up because I'm going to batten down the hatches and just watch a ton of football. We got 2 games tomorrow. We got 3 games on Sunday, and then the Monday nighter we'll get to in a little bit. Also, the Aztecs are playing tomorrow. We got 11 a.m. tip-off, which is perfect timing as we roll into the NFL slate. You'll be able to watch the Aztecs take on the New Mexico Lobos.
Big CBS, by the way.
Big CBS. We got pregame starting at 10:30 here on San Diego Sports 760, your home of the Aztecs. So if you'd rather listen to our programming and then maybe mute Big CBS, like I promise you I will.
Well, if you have DirecTV, you won't be watching CBS. as I have not been for the past 2 months.
Dude,
you got Paramount Plus, don't you?
I do actually, but I feel like I don't want the company that owns CBS here in town to get my viewership because I'm a little angry about it. However, I still tune in and watch the games.
You know, quick programming note: we may or may not be joined by Jared Smith because he's our lead betting analyst here on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Lead betting analyst for Fox Sports Radio, and he's also my co-host on Countdown to Kickoff, Fox Sports Radio, Saturday 6 a.m.
Weird, you mispronounced the word mistress.
He is also my mistress. No, listen, I cheat on you guys with like 2 people, 3 people. Oh, wait, hang on. 5 people. That's it. I guess I'm missing 2. 7 people every week.
I give you a pass for maybe 2 of them.
Who?
Darnay Tripp, because I like him a lot.
Okay, yes, he's a handsome devil.
Steve Hartman, because I love him to death.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, wait, Jared comes on our show every week. He's been like a brother to you.
Yeah, but it's gross. It's yucky. That's what it is.
And what about Brian No?
No, don't even get me started.
Okay, all right.
Handsome.
What about Todd Strain? What about Derek Togerson?
Togs and I have this relationship where we both understand each other very well. So no, that's not a pass. Todd Strain, haven't had the pleasure, to be completely honest.
Okay.
I feel like it's weird that I've been in San Diego this long and haven't met Todd Strain.
Wow.
When you say Brian No, it reminds me long ago in a galaxy far, far away when I was just starting out as a young lad in radio. I had a radio name of Andrew No. and my buddy was Dean Mercy, so we had the No Mercy show.
Did you
Really
change
good.
your name just to have a No Mercy show?
Yeah. Also, it's because I worked at a radio station and then illegally broadcasted on another radio station.
So you're a cheater too.
What?
God, I'm about a bunch of.
That was. Come on, man. Come on.
Did you have a fake radio voice
Yeah.
too?
It
I
sounded
don't
like
know.
this.
Yeah, probably because I was 18 years old.
That's absolutely awesome. You have lived like 9 lives. You're a house cat. You-
Basically.
So-
Yeah, 8 are done. So I got one. This is the last go round.
Travis Dale, he's been a full-time electrician. He's been in radio for 20 years. I don't know how you do both of those things at once, but he did.
He's not 80 years old. He's only like 40.
No,
I started in radio. I was 15 actually when I first got my first radio internship.
it's unreal.
It's fun.
And then also, you know how to fix cars. So you must have
Well,
spent time in auto
Well,
shops.
I mean, not well enough. He's driving to Tacoma,
Love that.
which is
talk.
good. I feel like I did you a favor.
You did for sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
The Jeep needed to die.
the silver bullet took a bullet. Okay, we do have a busy slate of games coming up this weekend. Tomorrow, the schedule is set. We're going to have the nightcap, which I think will be the more interesting of the two, but we'll get to all of them here. What game excites you guys the most, though?
Well, first and foremost, the two games we have on this radio station, we got the doubleheader tomorrow night. So the first one is the Packers-Cowboys game in Dallas, and then the nighttime one will be Detroit hosting the Rams.
that's Sunday. That's Sunday.
Sunday doubleheader.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, Sunday doubleheader. But tomorrow we got Cleveland visiting Houston. We have Miami visiting Kansas City. So you got Joe Flacco against CJ Stroud. You got Tua Tagovailoa taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on their stomping grounds. So if you're going to tune in for only one, if you're forced to tune in for only one of these two games, which one would it be?
CJ Stroud.
I think I
Yeah,
agree.
I think that too. I think that one's going to be the most compelling game here. In fact, of the 6 games, the only one that doesn't really feel like it could have some interesting storylines here is the Steelers and Bills. I feel like the Bills will walk over the Steelers on that one because the Steelers are so hurt. They're banged up.
So they're missing TJ Watt now. It does look like Minka Fitzpatrick will be back, which is good news for the Steelers. He was playing really good this season before he got hurt again. Unfortunately, so much potential with Minka Fitzpatrick, but he just continues to get hurt. But it looks like he will be back for this game. So the Steelers get a shot in the arm while the biggest bullet they have on defense is going to miss the game. in
By the
TJ
way,
Watt.
some interesting rumors with the Browns-Texans game.
Tell me.
No, I'm sorry. It's not that game. It's the Steelers-Bills game. Sorry. Interesting rumors of the Steelers-Bills game that it could be a whiteout there in Buffalo, up to 6 inches of snow on the ground. So they may move the game to Cleveland. However, a spokesperson from the Steelers said, nobody's talked to us about it.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting. Wait a second. So if they okay, so the Cleveland Browns are going to be playing in Houston. So so Cleveland Stadium is going to be available as a neutral site for Bills Pittsburgh.
Oh, I hate that.
But I hate it too. It would be available even if Cleveland was at home because they play Saturday.
Oh, right. Yeah.
so weather is a massive issue this weekend. What'd you say the temperature was in Buffalo?
And I don't know the temperature in Buffalo, but they're looking at 6 inches of snow. But out in Kansas City, it's looking to be the second coldest game in the history of the NFL.
So-
Temperatures around
Negative 30 degrees with the wind chill.
with the wind chill.
So the National Weather Service is actually putting out warnings like don't go to this game because it's potentially dangerous for people sitting in the stands at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, temps.
No one's going to listen.
So the temperature is going to be around 4 or 5 degrees. They expect could drop even lower, but the wind chill
-30.
negative 30.
So between 2 and 3 hour drive for Pittsburgh fans and Buffalo fans to Cleveland. You know, because if you think about it, Pittsburgh is southeast of Lake Erie and you drive right up to the lake. And then Buffalo, it's just wrapped around the other side. And so you're driving along the lake to get to Cleveland, and it's about equidistant. So it's a fair spot to throw the game.
yes.
Also, if you think about Chargers fans who still stayed loyal to the Chargers after the move, I mean, they're facing about a 2-hour commute to go support the team. So it's not completely uncommon
You ready
in
for
the NFL.
I'm already disgusted about thinking about it is the tweets that come out the night of either of these games. If it gets played in Buffalo and
Yeah.
if it gets played in Kansas City, of people saying, "Oh, they have to have a dome." Every stadium should have a dome. No, this is football. By the way, 5-6 years ago, there would be no discussion about a game being moved out of Buffalo. You would just play the game, and that's advantage to the home team. That's why you play for home field advantage.
By the way, is Cleveland closer to Pittsburgh than Buffalo is to Pittsburgh?
Believe.
Yeah, it is.
Cleveland's closer to Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's the reason why Browns Steelers is such a great rivalry. Like over the course, well, really, if you think about all those, like Pittsburgh to Baltimore is not far. Pittsburgh to Cleveland's not far. Like all these fans hate each other too.
Right.
On top of everything else, Cincinnati obviously not far from Pittsburgh or for any of these four cities. So the AFC North, like not only has it become known as one of the more physical divisions in the NFL, but also by proximity, people just can't stand each other because anytime you're close to a rival like Boston and New York, it just, I don't know, for whatever reason, it just becomes more vitriolic.
And how much of a difference is it going to make? Cleveland doesn't play in a dome. And if it's only like 2 hours away.
They're not clearing snow.
Yeah, lake effect snow is weird. So you could have, a blizzard on one side of a lake based on pressure systems, and then it could just be a beautiful day, kind of like, mid to upper 50s on the other side of the lake.
I do believe the wind is blowing southeast.
Right.
So it's blowing towards Buffalo, away from Cleveland.
Yeah. Crazy. So that's actually an interesting point that you make, Fletch. Like, so if Buffalo loses a postseason game, right? And they're in the middle of designing this stadium. They're breaking ground, I think, soon if they haven't already. I haven't been updated on that story in a little while.
It's like across the street from the old one, right?
Yeah. You could imagine if the team wants more money from the taxpayers, like if they want to change the design to include a retractable roof or something like that, or to dome the stadium in.
Lame. Don't do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think like one of the things that was actually really cool about playing around the Big Ten when I was at Penn State was the fact that when we went to Iowa and you went in December, it sucked, or November rather. It sucked. Like you were facing some really cruel winters out there in the Midwest. Same thing with Michigan State, same thing with Penn State, open stadiums, all of them. So it gave the Big Ten a whole flavor. The NFL, that's part of the charm of the NFL is Arrowhead is wide open. It kind of looks like a 50s living room, the way the scoreboard looks.
And it's still
exactly
loud
like that.
Like you don't need a dome to make it loud. Arrowhead might be the loudest stadium.
Arrowhead is the loudest.
The Bills, the new stadium will open up in 2026, and they have made this is a quote bold decision to keep the roof open. But you do that because that's part of your advantage.
I think
that's why you draft a guy like Josh Allen, who's bigger and stronger, and not a Kyler Murray who's smaller and frailer, because Josh Allen can handle the conditions. And that goes advantage home team when you get conditions like this.
Man, football to me, it's a winter sport, and it's played out in the elements. And yeah, there are advantages of being the home team in the snow. Look at Miami. Miami's out there playing in this 70-degree weather,
Soft.
and then they have to go to Kansas City this weekend. Advantage Kansas City when it's -30.
Okay, so
which Kansas City's getting to practice in that.
Yeah.
Travis and I have this unique opportunity. Well, not unique, very common, because we get to sit on the couch and have a beer watching these guys do this.
Right.
Rich has been one of these guys playing in negative degrees in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. Does it suck?
Look,
yeah.
Well, look, as
a
fan, Rich, as a fan, getting to sit on the couch, drink a beer, all I have to say is get out there and play.
Yeah.
Get out there.
You wearing sleeves? What a
yeah, it sucks. But I will say this: what sucks more is doing something that you don't like. You know what I mean? So, and don't get me wrong, there are certain football players that are doing it for a check. Not many of them. I feel like in order to be a great football player, you have to love it, and many do. So, cold games, it's. How should I put it?
And to the point I made earlier, Tom Brady was historically great in cold
weather games.
Like it was always advantage Patriots when you would have snow games in New England.
I'll give you actually a really interesting hint about that. So, and it's spread throughout the NFL to other teams based on guys leaving New England and bringing this to other teams. But Tom Brady used to wear a scuba suit underneath. Like a surf suit, like a wetsuit.
You said that before, and I still can't picture it.
Wow.
Tom Brady
move around.
So he would wear a full
Did
wetsuit.
You watch Tom play? He didn't move around all that much.
I know that is true.
So
but
I remember watching it the first time. He's walking around in just the wetsuit, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Scuba Steve!" It's scuba
It's
ski.
kind of smart
I mean,
though.
he put on like the mask thing too, where it's like the only like where the goggles would go. And so you look at him, and if you look at it independently, like when he's wearing his full uniform, it just looks like he has like, I don't know, like black tights underneath his socks. It looks like he's wearing a black undershirt, a long sleeve. It looks like he has like one of those pullover head socks. No, he's wearing a full-blown wetsuit, and it keeps. Think about
Keeps
it.
the heat in.
Yeah, when you go out surfing in, I mean, freezing cold Pacific Ocean or wherever, it's gonna keep your body temperature regulated. And so this is spread throughout the league. There's a lot of backup quarterbacks of Tom Brady's who've shared that information with other teams. And
Mac
so
Jones did it earlier this year.
Yeah. So it is one of those things where you'll see it elsewhere, but for years and years. And it was always funny when he was getting undressed and he was just down to the wetsuit, just being like, you look ridiculous, dude.
Dude, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But I mean, were you ever a sleeves guy?
No, never.
Gosh, I'm telling you, in the cold, like you're working out in the cold and you hit your hand with a hammer, it's hurt so much worse.
Imagine hitting another 350-pound man with your body.
I know.
It's not
that doesn't
ideal.
sound good at
but
all.
there's different levels to cold. Like anybody who's worked outside knows that. Like when it's cold and the air is still, you almost create like a thermal barrier if you stay still enough. So it's not so bad.
It's the wind that cuts through.
And it's also bad like when it's like, I don't know, sometimes when it's snowing, it almost feels warmer somehow. I don't understand.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But if it's a slushy, wet snow,
worse.
Awful.
If your feet get cold, if your feet get wet, you're
done.
screwed because you lose so much body heat through your feet. People don't realize this. The palms of your hands and your feet are where you lose the most body heat.
Top of your head.
That's why
It's a misconception about your head.
Frostbite takes those the first.
Well, yeah, and you're for whatever reason, like the most heat exchange happens in these areas. That's why you don't grow hair there. So it's like all
friction.
It's well, yeah, and also that. Wow.
Speaking of technique and fundamentals.
Damn right. Well, we barely got through the slate of games because we get distracted all the time. But Saturday,
It's going to be negative 30 degrees in Kansas City.
We've got Browns in Houston. They will face the Texans at 1:30. Dolphins in Kansas City to face the Chiefs. That's going to be the nightcap on Peacock. So if you want to watch that game, you got to stream it. Otherwise, you're not watching that game on Saturday night. Sunday, Pittsburgh Steelers head to Buffalo. Maybe they're going to be playing in Cleveland based on the weather. Also, Green Bay heads to Dallas. That's going to be the sandwich game. And the nightcap there on NBC is going to be Rams going to Detroit to face the Lions. Matthew Stafford back in Detroit. My goodness, that's going to be. And by the way, Jared Goff facing his old team as well.
And you can hear it here on San Diego Sports 760.
Damn right. We're going to have that playoff matchup. Monday night, we got the Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. And also, how about this? And we'll get to this next. Juan Soto. New York Yankees, they avoid arbitration with a record-setting $31 million 2024 deal, topping the list of dozens of arbitration-eligible players who agreed on their compensation ahead
It's a new record.
of the cutoff yesterday.
Love that money.
Record. Yeah. So Soto's salary, which
Remember when he was a Padre?
I do remember that. I definitely do remember that.
Remember you.
So they got this done like minutes before the deadline. It topped this $30 million mark that Shohei Ohtani obtained the last offseason. So this is an ever increasing number. The top teams are going to pay the top players who are eligible for arbitration.
The real estate market.
It is.
Yeah. They're pulling comps.
So he's getting paid like this heading into a free agent year. How much is he going to earn on his first ever big time contract?
So this is something that was a big talking point on this show ahead of the Padres moving on from Juan Soto. And that was the fact that Scott Boras clients heading into their contract seasons generally play really freaking well. So Juan Soto, actually, is he a Scott Boras client? I don't know. But either way, he's heading into this offseason where he's going to be paid some form of $600 million. And it's going to be an opportunity for him to really show out in New York, who, by the way, has a really shallow right field. I'm getting Blake Snell and Juan Soto confused. Who's the Scott Boras client?
Snell is, and I'm not sure who he very well could represent, but it was very funny. Or like, and Scott Boras clients play very, very well, but Soto is not one of them. I thought that's where that was heading.
Okay, he is a Scott Boras client.
Okay,
I knew
okay.
he was.
You know he's going to play well on a contract year. You know what's going to happen. And I guess where it gets a little bit frustrating is you could have locked this guy up for probably 400 mil or less because it was a little down on the year.
So
But
the article in The Athletic yesterday, after he signed this $31 million one-year deal, is that Boris is going to be looking for $500 million come this next offseason.
I think it'll be over 500, 550.
Here's my question. So they traded Soto. Is there anybody in San Diego who feels like the wrong guy got traded? Like, because don't get me wrong, like Soto, I understand you're not moving a mountain of a contract, but you're moving a guy who has to be paid $31 million on a one-year deal with Scott Boras, and then he's going to sign whoever takes him. He's going to sign a massive contract after that. So you're talking about paying this guy. So say he signs $600 million. Say that's the contract. You're paying a guy $631 million over, I don't know, 11 years then?
How much of that is deferred?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, and so I
628.
I asked this question, like, you have Machado, you have Tatis, you have Xander Bogaerts, who just signed that contract, so maybe you're not in the mood to move it right away, especially the down year he had. But did you move the right guy?
Yes, in terms of the fact that he was the only guy you really could move of those five. If we're talking about the offensive players, the rest of them do have no trade clauses. And I know that no trade clauses can be torn up, but for the most part, they aren't in Major League Baseball. So when you look at those five, Soto was the most tradable. You were probably going to get one of the better packages for him because whatever team is signing him is only on the hook for 1 year.
Yeah, and he's not stained with a steroid pop.
Now, if you're talking
performance enhancing
on the field,
yeah,
take money out of the equation, take contracts out of the equation, they absolutely traded the wrong guy. The production Soto would have given you this season is probably better than any of the other four.
Well, and also, like, I mean,
it was last year.
Around the rumor mill, like, you hear like the rumblings that Machado's not a great clubhouse guy, right? That like the issues that followed him from Baltimore to Los Angeles, they've continued on to a greater or lesser extent here in San Diego. Fernando Tatis Jr., I just mentioned, his legacy is forever going to be stained with the performance enhancing drugs pop. Xander Bogaerts probably unmovable because you just signed him to a big contract, arguably had his worst season as a Major League Baseball player.
And he would never redact his no trade clause right now because all that money he's got coming to him is here. It's guaranteed.
So I guess you're right. Like, Soto is probably the best option to trade for what value you could get back. But it's just interesting because I think about who left and who actually could have left to make the situation better.
And now when you look at what the Padres are hoping for as they get into this year, and hope is the word that you have to use, is they're hoping that all four of those guys you mentioned, Rich, Xander Bogaerts, Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr., and who am I leaving out? Bogaerts. They're hoping that all those guys have massive bounce back years. And hope is not a great strategy.
Off the text line, Soto was playing for himself. How many times did we have letters, or excuse me, I guess he meant hitters and runners in scoring position, and he'd watch a close pitch instead of hacking at it? I think the Padres did what's right. Plate discipline was a big part of his game. I know that frustration because I felt it myself with Soto at the plate. But it's almost like you have to take that bad with the good because he is so disciplined. He will sit on close pitches because that's what he does,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a frustration. The amount of stranded base runners this season. I mean, my goodness, they could open an orphanage.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was
No
wild.
doubt. And I am kind of getting the feeling, or I guess I've entered the space where you're coping with the loss of this team, that you go, okay, well, something had to change here. It didn't work in 2023. So, I mean, move some parts around and make it happen. And if Soto's the only guy you can move, then move him. Also, I keep going back to Soto's, and we just give up out there.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Which makes you go, okay, well, then go give up somewhere else.
So odds came out yesterday for win totals in the NL West, and the Padres, who won 82 games a year ago, are predicted to win 81 this year.
Wow.
Which, as a fan base, that would be puke worthy.
That is
Also,
a kick to the pills right there.
But you know what? Are your expectations high at all?
No.
mine aren't.
Yeah,
but
mine
I
aren't.
would
No.
freaking hope the teams are.
But what's
Figure
crazy,
this out, dude.
What's crazy though, as I'm going into this with low expectations, and we're all sitting here with, I would say, lower than average expectations on what the Padres are going to do. They still have a pretty stacked team. minus the pitching.
That's the Grupner take. If someone went into a coma 3 or 4 years ago and woke up today, you'd be pretty happy with what the Padres have. That's not acceptable to me anymore.
I hate that so much because it's like, hey,
The
listen,
CEO of the Padres said those words in a public interview with Bryce Miller.
Eric Grupner should be embarrassed for saying that, because would he say that to his wife if he cheated on her?
No.
Would he be like, well, honey, I know the last 2 years has been rocky, but if you fell into a coma on our wedding night and woke up today, you'd be pretty happy with how things have gone, huh?
He might not have used the actual word
Yikes.
coma. I think he said if a Padres fan was asleep for the last 5 years and woke up today, but still.
I mean, it's just
Sentiment's the
ridiculous.
same.
I mean, it happened. Like, what happened last year happened. Like, you can't delete it. And I get it. You want to. I'm sure nobody enjoyed that over there. We didn't either as Padres fans. The people who buy your jerseys and buy your hats and buy your season ticket packages, which, by the way, are ever increasing in price. So don't come to us and act like, geez, well, you spoiled fans should feel better. Bullshit. Oh, baloney.
I wish we could have left
Yeah,
it
we could've
because
left
that
it.
was solid.
Yeah.
YouTubers, you're welcome. But I think one more thing for Padre fans who are depressed, and Rich, don't cuss again. We don't have a delay.
I know.
Rumors about Hassan Kim being traded are starting to heat up again also. So there you go. Travis,
But you know what?
Why don't you lighten the mood?
Yeah, lighten the mood with we got some super wild card football this weekend, man. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Yeah,
It's
we
gonna be
did
fun.
it again with the freaking Padres. We all
Which-
got mad.
It's
We did it.
fine. We're moving past it. It's going to be good this weekend. What I don't know is if we're going to be talking to our lead betting analyst next, because I don't think we ever finished that conversation.
I'm going to text them.
It may or may not happen, but listen, I just put the finishing touches on my fantasy team, and you're probably like, whoa, TD, you're still playing fantasy football? Yes, I am, with DraftKings, the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. They just dropped their brand new way to play fantasy football with Pick Six, and new customers can make their first NFL picks and get $100 back in Pick Six credits if they don't win. It's easy. It's fun. All you got to do is download the new DraftKings Pick Six app right now. Sign up with code SD760, and new customers can get up to $100 back in Pick Six credits if your first football pick set doesn't win. Only on DraftKings Pick Six with code SD760. The crown is yours. One offer per new customer. First qualifying pick set winnings less entry fees must generate negative number. Max reward up to $100 equal to the amount of negative number issued in non-withdrawable Pick Six credits. Valid for Pick Six use only, expire after 1 year. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Valid only in states where DraftKings Pick Six operates. Void where prohibited. See terms at picksix.draftkings.com. Coming up, maybe Jared Smith.
I'll tell you what we'll do. If it isn't Jared Smith, we're going to give our playoff predictions ahead of Super Wild Card round this weekend. That's next.
Coming up, we may or may not be joined by Jared Smith, our lead betting analyst, but we will give our NFL Super Wild Card Weekend picks coming up next.
This update is presented by Progressive Insurance. We'll start off here in the NFL Super Wild Card Weekend starting tomorrow. You could listen to a couple games here on 760 on Sunday. Packers Cowboys at 1:30. Rams Lions will end the night on Sunday. Listen to both those games here on 760. Tomorrow on 760, we got a big one. Aztecs Hoops at New Mexico at the Pit. 16,000 seat arena. Going to be an awesome environment. 11 o'clock tip off. 10:30 pregame coverage. Listen to the whole game right here on 760. And Bill Belichick is out, so Gerard Mayo is in, announced as the Patriots head coach this morning. Lakers continue to struggle. They fall to the Suns last night, 127-109 in LA. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Happy Bar Card Friday, brought to you by Keg and Bottle, 10 locations all throughout San Diego County. Plus, there's one up in Santa Barbara. Plus, there's one out in Chicago. So if you're just traveling the country, maybe you want to do a Keg and Bottle tour. That's cool. Tony Khan's is cool with that. He's going to be here in studio mixing up drinks with us. Going to have a good time. First time we're going to get to see Tony in the new year. We also have a pair of tickets to go see Def Leppard and Journey at Petco Park, right? Petco Park. Yeah, August 30th. Whew, I said that, and then I was like, maybe that's not right. August 30th, livenation.com if you're looking for tickets and info, or just keep listening for your chance to win. Fletch,
Did you see what's going down at Petco this weekend?
Well, is it the rodeo?
There's a rodeo at Petco.
Yeah.
I love a rodeo.
Bulls and blood, it's dust and mud, it's the roar of the Sunday crowd.
Yeah, dude. I volunteer every year at the Lakeside one. So we volunteer on a Thursday, and I just pour Coors Light basically the entire time.
Yeah.
And then on the Friday, we go to the rodeo. It is so much damn fun seeing cowboys hooting and hollering. And then
are you a hooting and hollering?
Yeah. Okay.
Hooting and hollering cowboy? Yeah. Okay, you are. Are you guys cooking up anything for Wild Card Weekend?
Oh, that's a great question. So I bought
freaking Disneyland churros.
So Fletch is going to be at Disneyland with his Disney adult wife, Kendall, who, by the way, we love and adore.
Yeah.
She's wonderful, but she does have this predilection to pick the worst weekend of the year to take Fletch to Disneyland because
she didn't want to go Super Bowl weekend.
It's always around her birthday, which her and my wife share the same birthday, January 17th. So an early happy birthday to Kendall.
And then our anniversary is the first weekend of March Madness. I did great planning.
Wow. You screwed
yeah,
the
you didn't
pooch,
think of
as
that at
they
all.
say. Wow.
I'm looking at this phone cord, by the way, and do you turn in circles when you? It's so wound up.
Just twisting it. I bought a Prime Angus flank steak.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do something with it. I don't know what we're doing.
What? I have a flank steak.
Dude,
What is happening?
we should try to outflank each other.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, my son Caleb has decided he wants to be a chef. So apparently he's making flank steak and creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
Dude,
yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. I opened up the fridge this morning and there's a gallon of whipping cream. So I don't know how much we're making.
I hope he does a good job. It's my favorite dessert. So creme brulee is like a vanilla pudding, and then they caramelize sugar on top.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Speaking of vanilla pudding, Jared Smith is here.
Oh wow, that's really rude of our guests and
Unbelievable.
our season-long guests, our betting analyst, Fox Sports Radio's lead betting analyst, my co-host on weekends, Saturdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on Countdown to Kickoff. How dare you, Fletch? Jared, any words that you'd like to share with Fletch after this assault? Frankly, words are violence. We learned that, and I think that Fletch should be detained.
I think he should be required to come to Las Vegas and make me creme brulee.
Yeah.
That's the punishment, dude.
Breakfast in bed.
I mean, I get to go to Vegas. I'm in.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. We'll couch surf. Well,
Yeah.
Can you
There you
imagine
go.
if we all showed up at Jared's house like you said?
In like maids costumes.
Oh, man. Now you guys are getting weird. Going off the rails.
Hey, Jared. Speaking of weird, all of a sudden, there's news that this Buffalo game against the Steelers could be shipped off to Cleveland. What does that do to a betting line?
Well, it's funny because a lot of the rules, you got to read the fine print when you bet these games, because if the game gets moved days, like for example, if it's supposed to be played on a Sunday and it doesn't get played until the following day, they will refund you, because a lot of sports books have like a 24-hour rule. But the venue doesn't always matter because it never happens. So if that game gets moved, I don't think it's going to get moved. But if it does, it'll matter a lot, because it'll obviously change the weather. It'll change the wind and all that stuff that's going to impact the total. And it wouldn't, you probably wouldn't get your bet refunded. So that would be upsetting. Some sports books might make some exceptions, but some here in town that are old school might make you keep your ticket. But hopefully it doesn't come to that, because I think the people in Western New York would probably riot.
Well, Jared, right now, Bills favored by 10. I mean, do you touch this game at all?
I like the Bills. And I think the big storyline this weekend, I'm not a big trends guy, but there are certain trends that do kind of hold some value just because of the logic that makes sense when you just, break it down. First year starting quarterbacks, or at least I should rephrase, first time playoff starters. If you're making your first quarterbacks making their first playoff start, historically really struggle, especially against quarterbacks that have playoff experience. And we've got a bunch of those situations taking place this weekend. In fact, 4 out of the 6 games feature a starting quarterback making his first ever playoff appearance. And this is one of those games. Mason Rudolph's never started a playoff game before. Josh Allen obviously has. So I just right out of the gate, just based off of that, I think you favor Buffalo. Then you look at the weather, and Pittsburgh, their running offense isn't exactly built for this like it was in years past, where I think the Bills actually are kind of equipped to make it through a postseason in an, bad weather scenario, because they're running it a lot better. You've got Josh Allen's mobility. And I just think defensively, I mean, that Bills defense is going to be able to really eliminate any of the deep balls that Mason Rudolph, and let's be honest, that's how Pittsburgh won the game last week. It was one deep ball to Deontay Johnson. Besides that, I mean, it was a whole lot of nothing for the Steelers offense last week. So I think this is a tough matchup. And as much as it is difficult to lay a double digits, I think the Bills are the way to go.
Jared, the Chiefs-Dolphins game, it's looking like it's going to be like way below freezing there in Kansas City, but the over-under is still up over 40. Is that something you mess with, or leave it alone?
Yeah, I bet the under. I think it's Miami's defense that scares a lot of people, in terms of who they've lost. Their best, highest graded defender, Van Ginkel, went down last week. Of course, the entire defensive line seems to be injured in some capacity. I think the secondary, Ramsey's kind of the last piece remaining. But if the weather's not great, it's the run defense that matters. And I think The Chiefs are going to run it. They're going to run. That's been kind of their MO during this little streak of theirs. Is I think they've been a little bit better running the football than people think. And the Dolphins, listen, I know that people view them as this like high flying offense, but Mike McDaniel's a Kyle Shanahan disciple. It's a running core. They are sophisticated rushing offense that just can throw it down the field when needed. And I think it's all about timing and rhythm. And I think they're going to run it as well. The Chiefs, as good as they are in the secondary, they can be run on too. So if you add in the fact that both teams probably can't throw it very well, just based on the circumstance this year and the weather, I would say under is still the way to go in that game. I think that the spread's getting a little out of hand, because if you were going to ask me, the Chiefs favored by more than 4 points against a really good team. If you played this game on a neutral and you played it like 2 weeks ago before the Dolphins really got banged up, Miami's favored in this game. So I think the number on the spread side's maybe gotten a little bit too stretched towards Kansas City for me.
Looking ahead to the Sunday nighter, and by the way, we're talking with Jared Smith. You can follow him on X or Instagram, Jared Lee Smith. He's an awesome follow, especially if you're into this, right? Sports betting. He gives incredible advice. You're going to hear that advice on Countdown to Kickoff tomorrow morning alongside myself and Brian No. He's our lead betting analyst,
Cheater.
also Fox Sports Radio's lead betting analyst. I'm looking at this Detroit Lions Los Angeles Rams game, and I'm thinking it's going to be a score fest. I feel like that's the only way for the Lions to keep this game close, is to pile up points, because you look around that Matthew Stafford offense, Puka Nacua, what he's done this season as a rookie, Cooper Kupp, Kyron Williams. I mean, even Tyler Higbee at times has played a star role in this offense. And then you look at Detroit. Now, I understand Brock Wright. He's probably questionable for this one. I haven't looked at his status. Sam Laporta doesn't look to be available, thin at tight end. But Amon-Ra St. Brown got snubbed for the Pro Bowl. He had an incredible year at receiver for this team. Jameson Williams at times has really been a spark for this offense. You look at their backfield with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. It feels like this total, which has kind of sat at 51.5, is artificially low. Talk me into it or talk me off of it. Where are you at with the total on this game?
Yeah, I don't mind an overplay in this game. I think if you want, the ideal type of shootout conditions, this certainly is it. I do think the Lions need to run the ball effectively. I think that, to me, if you want to talk about a situation for Jared Goff where, this is it, right? This is why you come to Detroit. This is what they expect of you, is to play well in this game, and you have to face your former team and your former head coach. And, you're going to hear a lot of narratives. Oh, Sean McVay, nobody knows Jared Goff better. And it's been a couple years, and let's be honest, guys, it's 2024, right? Like, the eye in the sky don't lie. It's like, how much more can Sean McVay know about Jared Goff that his 8 years of game film don't already show? So I don't know how much of the, McVay knows everything about Jared Goff, the Lions offense is going to struggle narrative really matters here. I think it's more about the Rams defense, which has really struggled this year, especially in the secondary, going up against a very explosive offense. And Ben Johnson's done a great job keeping Jared Goff painting by numbers, right? Sometimes when Goff goes off the script and tries to do a little bit too much, that's when the old Jared Goff comes back, and the interceptions and the ducks and the bad throws. But I do believe in Ben Johnson and this offense. And I think, again, the running game for me with Gibbs and Montgomery, I think both of those guys on the offensive line, like, let's be honest, top 5 O-line, top 5 run game, like, that's how Detroit is going to win this game. On the other side, I think that's where the shootout vibes come in. Like, if the Lions can't get Stafford off the spot, and he's sitting back there throwing pebbles and BBs to Kupp and Nacua, I think that's where the shootout comes into play. So you have to ask yourself, can the Lions defense be relied upon? Well, our pal Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator, has been taking a lot of interviews this week with other head coaching opportunities. So you can make a case that maybe the Lions defense might be one step behind the 8 ball based on preparation. But I think big picture, this is I like the Lions in this spot. I think they win. I think they probably cover. And yeah, I would say I lean the game to the over.
Awesome. Yeah. So I guess the feeling was accurate there. Hey, in 10 words or less, what is the best bet for the week?
Ooh.
We're running low on time here.
Cleveland Browns, Joe Flacco, defense dominates.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love that. I'm going
That was,
hard
that
on
was 7 words.
dude. He is
What?
well efficiency, concise.
Joe Flacco, Cleveland Browns. I forgot what I
Defense
said.
dominates.
Defense dominates.
Done.
Yay. Yeah, I
Dude,
think you threw a yay.
I'll tell you right now, you just wrote a haiku. That was unbelievable. All right, Jared,
Betting haiku.
I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks, buddy.
Have a good one, guys. Good luck this weekend.
There he goes. Jared Lee Smith on Twitter, on Instagram. He's a great follow. Coming up next. All right, bad night for basketball. Maybe great weekend for us as a show. We'll explain on the other side. Coming up next, EJ, Ernie Johnson with the line of the basketball season. Also, we're going to start giving you some picks for Super Wildcard Weekend on the other side. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. If you are listening on the free iHeartRadio app, excellent work. A+. We're very happy whichever way you listen to us, but you get extra credit if you listen on the free app. I would suggest if you haven't already downloading it, do so, because you can listen to all your music, all your podcasts right there on the iHeartRadio app. Plus, you can share a link of this show to a friend. Best way to support the show. So basketball struggling after this in-season tournament, as expected. The regular season has been.
They struggled through the in-season tournament also.
The ratings had a little bit of a boost compared to the normal regular season ratings, which are terrible.
I more meant with entertaining basketball.
Yeah, it wasn't a particular. Actually,
Are you kidding me? Did you see the Lakers?
Quarterfinals were great.
I didn't hate the in-season tournament. I didn't like the final. I don't know.
The quarterfinals were fantastic.
Yeah,
That was the only part of it that I thought
you don't
was.
got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah.
Well, we're saying nice about it.
No, you're allowed to say not nice things too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can say whatever. You actually
They were
get
stupid.
paid to
They
say
were a
that.
failure.
Yeah.
After defending them early, I think they were dumb.
Look at that. See,
Wow.
I told you.
Wow, you come around here.
You
You know what? It's probably the maturity of that shirt.
Yeah,
I think so.
it's aged him.
Does someone have a stogie for me?
The in-season tournament was somewhat of a success, and now basketball is taking a turn toward the dark side. It's really, really, really struggled because teams, it feels like, are just giving up now at halftime.
Oh, I don't. Maybe even before that. Yeah, last night on TNT, they had the Celtics-Bucks game on. It was a total blowout, so they go to move off of it. Ernie Johnson comes on. He's like, so this game out of hand, obviously 100-62 at the time. That was the score. And Oklahoma City, nope, they're not going there, by the way, because Oklahoma City up by 36 at the half. So
By the
we're
way,
not
they
going there.
won 139-77 over Portland. I think that's like the second largest blowout in NBA history.
Good
Well,
Lord.
TNT ended up trying their third round here. Their third round pick was Knicks and the Mavs. And when they went to it, it was a 47-28 game.
That game
Rough.
finished 128-124.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That did get close. However, that was close because of the final 90 seconds. So all of a sudden that got a lot closer. But because I think with 17 seconds left, yeah, it was about an 8 or 10 point lead there. It was bad.
God.
Yeah.
NBA. Dude, what a problem.
It's been the one thing I've been really consistent on over the last 5 years is how important regular seasons are in terms of a fan base. And NBA and Major League Baseball, I think, are slowly losing fan bases because of how bad the regular seasons are.
I completely agree. I think the regular season has to be consequential. Otherwise, you don't have a good product. I mean, sports leagues.
So the Celtics, who got their asses kicked last night, are going to be a contender for the title.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a team in the NFL this year who's going to be a contender for a Super Bowl that got their asses kicked once?
No.
In that embarrassing a fashion.
No, well, they'd have to have a run. You'd have to be able to turn things around.
Right. Well,
Like the Packers.
And yeah, the truth is, yeah, like the Ravens got embarrassed by the Browns. I mean, it doesn't mean they can't win a Super Bowl. You can lose embarrassing games and still win a Super Bowl. The problem in basketball is it can happen often.
Yeah, you can have half the season be embarrassing games and then just turn it around and then make a run to the playoffs. Look, you're not the only one that agrees here, Rich. The NBA obviously agrees. Major League Baseball obviously agrees. They're trying to make changes to the regular season to make the play better, to make the watch better. That's why the in-season tournament exists, because they were trying to do something to make games matter without shortening the season or just lessening the games. Major League Baseball went, hey, we need to have some more offense here. We need to make these bases bigger.
Yeah.
We need to have a pitch clock so it's not so much time out there on the mound. So Major League Baseball and basketball, they obviously understand this as well. They want to make changes because they need people to tune in, because people are tuning out.
No question about it. All right, coming up next, it's a Friday, so you know what that means. It's a bar card Friday. Woo! Tony Conja just walked into the studio. He's got a lot of help here today. Yeah. He's going to be playing bartender with us this morning. We've got some mezcal to drink. We're going to be doing that on the other side. We'll get you teed up for Super Wildcard Weekend. But before that, Travis, gotta say, You were wearing the hell out of that green shirt. Wow.
You know what? I feel like I'm wearing the
TD,
hell
what were
out
the
of this.
first words I said to you when you walked into the studio this
I
morning?
think he said, "You look sexy."
That's exactly right.
Yeah, and look, I guess I'm getting used to it now.
Right.
At every room I walk in, I
That's
hear
right.
it, and that's thanks to the folks at SD Fat Loss. You know what else I love about SD Fat Loss is even while we were doing the reduction phase, we're losing 31 pounds in 8 weeks for myself. You guys lost even more than that. Rich 35. Look at the size of those pants. I don't know why we
Jeez.
wouldn't get them any smaller there, Fletch. But yeah, just keep wearing the hell out of those. They'll just fall off, and I like it. But while we're doing the reduction phase, we can still participate in Bar Card Friday. You can still participate by eating the foods you like to eat. It's not like one of these fad diets where, you're counting calories, you're drinking shakes, you're eating gross granola bars, or you're doing those, injections, those medication fad diets, because you're going to yo-yo. You're going to yo-yo diet there. You're going to lose a bunch of weight, but then you're going to gain a bunch of weight back, and even more so. So that's why you want to do SD Fat Loss. They have the secret to not only quick weight loss, but sustaining weight loss. The coaches, the staff, they'll show you how to do it the right way. SDFatLoss.com. That's where you want to go. SDFatLoss.com. Schedule your free consultation today. SDFatLoss.com. Coming up, Bar Cart Friday, Keg and Bottle, Tony Conja in studio. We're going to have some fun coming up next.
This update is presented by Progressive Insurance. Starting off here with college hoops. Aztecs tomorrow morning at the Pit in New Mexico. Huge arena, big time audience on Big CBS. Also right here on San Diego Sports 760. 11 o'clock tip-off, 10:30 pregame coverage. Listen here. In the NFL, well, that did not take long. Patriots hiring Gerard Mayo to take over as head coach after parting ways with Bill Belichick yesterday. Super Wild Card weekend kicking off tomorrow. Browns, Texans at 1:30, Dolphins, Chiefs at 5. Sunday opens up at 10 a.m. Steelers at the Bills. TJ Watt ruled out for that one. Packers at Cowboys will be at 1:30. You'll hear that here on 760. Rams, Lions to end the night. You will hear that here on 760. Monday will close out Super Wild Card weekend. Bucks hosting the Eagles. And in the NBA, Lakers continue to struggle. They fall to the Suns 127-109 in LA. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Oh, you're damn right. Woo! Happy Friday to those who celebrate. Happy Bar Cart Friday to all. It's Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Tony Kanja in studio with us on a Bar Cart Friday. By the way, Keg and Bottle, 10 locations around San Diego. So if you're getting set for a little Aztecs tip-off at 11 a.m. or maybe a little super wild card weekend action, get yourself to Keg and Bottle. Super convenient. It is like going to Disneyland, which brings us to this part of the discussion. Tony, Fletch,
yes.
instead of watching any of these games, he's going to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Love that about him.
You have audio on those headphones, Tony?
Let me check. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there we go. There we go. But you think that's perfect, Tony?
I don't know.
That seems really wrong.
You know what? How long have you been married?
I've about to be 2 years.
Yeah, you're going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking me. I was going to say almost a decade, and we're creeping up on the 10-year, and I'm thinking of taking her to Disneyland.
Well, you know what? I'm a month and 2 days away from
what?
My 25th wedding anniversary.
What?
Yeah.
What? Why are we not talking about that all year?
That is absolutely wild.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh yeah, because you
Not
got married
often.
at 20.
I was 12 years old.
Wait up. How old's your oldest kid?
24, yeah. Yeah. She was 5 months along at the Vegas wedding chapel.
Hang on a second real quick here. Is it possible that before you met Mrs. Dale, that there might have been, I don't know, maybe another love in your life? Maybe a love in your life by the name of Angela?
What?
And maybe
Hey, what the hell, dude?
Well, I'm just
Come
saying,
on.
Is there any baldness that runs in your family, Travis? Because I'm looking at a bald Ben Fletcher. All of a sudden, I'm feeling there's a little bit of a family.
I don't know if you know this. I have a hairpiece.
Yeah. Have you ever spent? I'm not kidding. Have
I
you
spent a lot of time Merced. Yeah.
What?
No.
Hey,
I'm
this?
kidding.
This is like
Did
two
you
shows in a
bang
row.
Ben's mom?
Okay,
I'm just
relax.
Wait, hold on. Is that?
You do
Is
not
that
use
so
the
bad?
word bang
Okay,
when it
sorry.
comes to my mother.
I'm sorry. Did you copulate with his mother?
I
Much
wish.
better. No, get the hell out. By the way, this is now 2 shows I've been a part of where this becomes a rumor.
Well,
First, Mike Costa banged my mom, and now Travis Dale. Neither of which I'm happy with. By the way, both of whom are not good enough for Mama Fletch.
I'm saying,
Well, that is a good point.
But your
That is
mom was probably like, no. Costa, yes. TD, absolutely not. Yeah.
no. Listen, you're a handy man. You got those calloused hands.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're a sensitive
definitely.
lover. Man, everybody knows that.
Okay, can we get off of this and talk about how much I miss Tony Concha?
Yeah,
I
let's
think
talk about
we've
how
been-
much we miss Tony.
Oh
Not-
man, I missed you guys too.
Tony, you've been jet setting all over the country
I
here,
don't know
buddy.
about that, but
What?
you know, it was a little drive up to Big Bear, family trip. So
Yeah.
we did that for the holidays. Got them all together along with Lydia's entire family.
Okay, cool.
That was wild. That picture you sent us, Tony. You got a whole clan of conjas, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was, I think that was Christmas.
Oh, that
right?
was
'Cause
Christmas.
that was Christmas at my
Yeah,
mom's. Yeah, that was
That was insane.
that was extended family too.
Yeah. There was like 700 people in the picture. Somebody had to stand like a half a mile away.
Yeah.
You had a drone shot of the family. It was
Yeah, Middle
unbelievable.
Eastern
Wow.
families, bro.
It was incredible.
So you're up at Big Bear. What'd you rent a house up there?
Rented an Airbnb for all of. So Lydia's one of 6 girls. So
Where did you find a 62 bedroom Airbnb?
that's what it was. I'm telling you.
You rented a hotel.
Maximum adults 12. It's like
rented Big Bear.
38 people.
The whole bear.
But it was pretty cool.
Thank God it's a big bear, for Christ's sake.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome, dude.
You just passed out a little pour here. What am I sniffing right now?
Oh, this is some mezcal. This is Yola.
Yeah.
Yola.
Okay. And actually, Tony has been kind enough to have one of the owners and the purveyors of this fine spirit join us on the line. It's Gina with Yola. Gina, how you doing this morning?
How are you guys? What's up?
We are really, really good. Well, I'll
He's
tell you right now.
ready to go.
Man, I didn't know you were going to come at us with the fire right now.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's up. A mezcal morning is what's up. This is a good day. So we're sniffing at what we have. It's a clear mezcal. It's got a really cool bottle.
Again, Tony with the cool bottles.
Yeah, like it's got like
It's not like I made this, guys.
I know, but do you choose who comes on Bar Car Friday based on the bottles?
Well, that's part of it. And then whether they're cool. I mean, when she called me, she goes, "What's up, Tony?" And I'm like, "You're in.
You're in.
Yeah,
You're
the
in.
radio voice."
I love it so much.
And then the second owner is on with us,
Oh, right on. Oh,
Yola.
okay.
Which this is
Can you guys
named
hear
after
me?
her. There she is.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, look at that. Yola.
It's
you
early.
only live.
You only live after
On-
drinking mezcal.
Yeah. See, there we go.
All right, so I'm excited to live. We're sniffing at this mezcal. Why don't you walk us through what we're supposed to be smelling when we're swirling the glass, so to speak?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. I am not Yola. It's 8 a.m. and I'm here. I'm going to drink with you guys because I feel like I got to roll with the boys today.
Yeah.
Yola's one of my best friends. She's the namesake of this brand, and it's her grandfather's recipe from 1971. Oaxacan girl, that's where all mezcal comes from. This mezcal is espadín, which is kind of one of the most common mezcal agave plants that we derive mezcal from, that we distill. And then it has a tiny touch of a rare wild agave called Madre Quiche, the Mother Quiche. So you smell the grassiness of the espadín.
Easy there, Jeannie. Easy there.
Yeah.
Please,
can I let you drink first and then?
No.
You
I just didn't want to have to hit the dumb
want to
button.
get high on it first and then.
Travis is 5 years old and thought you said something else.
Yeah, we didn't know where you were landing the plane.
Yeah.
Look, the point is, the point
Also,
yeah. What do you got?
Also, it's all clear, by the way, babe.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
That's clear.
You don't. I'm getting as I smell it. It's got a hell of a nose, by the way. It's sweet and smoky.
Exactly.
I drank the whole thing already. I'm sorry. It is so good.
We pride ourselves on the fact that this is very smooth. Also, it's not as grassy and mushroomy as a lot of mezcals because it has that madre quiche word in it. It's sort of cinnamony and citrusy and more herbaceous and floral, I guess I would say.
Okay.
This is wonderful.
It's wonderful.
This is something, Gina, that like when you make, so I'm like more of a simple cocktail fan. Like, so the old fashioned is right up my alley. The Negroni, I don't know, like even like, you know, it could be sweeter. It could be a White Russian where it's like 3 ingredients and you're out the door. With this mezcal,
I'm the same. This mezcal is super smooth, and also I think a lot of times what people do with mezcal is they swap it out for the classic tequila cocktail. So, you know, obviously margarita or a paloma or something really citrusy. And I think with a lot of mezcals, because they're cooked quite quickly and because their plants aren't really ripe and because they're rushing the process, it gets really ethanol-y and like hot and smoky. And so you have to combat it with all this sweetness or citrus or sugar or fruit juice. And this mezcal provides that. So you can make all your delicious, boozy, kind of more, you know, savory drinks or martinis. I prefer a martini. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Yola cocktail.
We're making you one of those.
90 proof?
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it
It's
really?
90 proof. It's not hot.
Not hot.
For our listening audience who's not on YouTube this morning, Rich Ornberger is now taking 2 shots straight to the dome.
Okay.
That is correct.
Do you
Line him up a third.
Listen,
All right, I'm opening up the Yola.
it's a big day. Bill Belichick, my old boss, got canned. No, I'm kidding.
Didn't mention it
No, he got
once
canned.
in the presser.
Oh yeah, he did lose his job.
Wow.
So-
Tony, do we have a second bottle of this? Yeah, that was a heavy pour.
Gina, holy smokes! Yeah, I now have a full cup of Yola in front of me. Thank you.
That's usually
Heavy.
what we do to you. but
Okay, I know.
I see
I know.
your payback today.
I'm
Travis-
excited about this. New year, new me, Tony.
Travis Dale is a heavy hand. We call him ham hands over here, Gina.
We call it a dry martini January.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. So
Ooh,
the
yeah.
martini,
Good
I'm very
call.
interested.
Good call.
We're gonna be pouring that first sip, but first we got to get back to the top shelf story of the day, Fletch. So
Yeah,
if you
that's
missed the announcement, Gerard Mayo is the new head coach of the New England Patriots.
Love that mayonnaise.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah, listen, they said Gerard Miracle Whip, no thank you. Gerard Mayo, yes please. The favorite condiment of New England Patriots fans now. It's it happened quickly. So we just mentioned it. My old boss Bill Belichick ousted as the head coach. Amicable parting of ways, as Robert Kraft put it, at the career, I shouldn't say career ending, but the final press conference as head coach for the New England Patriots. Bill, I thought, to Fletch's point earlier, was great. He steps down and he does so courteously, said a lot of nice things about the Patriots organization, said an incredible things about the fan base, about all the players. He didn't mention me by name, which I think was a huge mistake.
Yeah, it was
Super
it was
weird.
odd.
Yeah, that was
pretty odd.
Super
That was
weird.
low.
Low blow.
Okay, well,
Tony.
what was actually weird? He didn't mention Tom Brady.
Oh
Yeah,
Wait a
yeah.
second. What do you mean actually weird?
Like Rich, zero offense
Yeah.
meant to
Yeah.
you.
Go ahead.
Bill Belichick has cut a lot of players.
You know what?
Wow.
You mentioned
What?
he's coached thousands of players, and I'm like, and he's cut them all.
Boys.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh. What is it? What is it?
What's
So
happening
that
now?
report that was floating around that the Bills Steelers game could get moved,
Yeah.
fake news.
Fake news.
They will be playing
News.
football in Buffalo on Sunday.
Thank
and
you.
This is the picture they used,
Thank you.
which is outside of Highmark Stadium
Yeah.
this morning.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I love it. I love it. I was gonna be super bummed if they moved that
So
game.
the snow at home at Highmark Stadium is like chest high right now. Gina, where did you grow up? Gina, did you grow
Can you hear
up in
me?
Southern Cal? Yeah, I can hear you now. Did you grow
Yeah.
up in Southern California? Did you grow up in Mexico? Where'd you grow up? Are you used to chest high snow? Because that's what the Buffalo Bills and the Steelers are going to be facing this weekend.
I'm a SoCal girl, babe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh,
So
hi,
this
California. So no
Hey,
chest.
the Yola already kicking in there, Gina.
certainly is for me.
Yeah.
Chest high waves. Chest high waves.
Yeah. Oh, agreed. Salt water over snow every single day of my life. I've seen enough snow. That's why I live here now. So we have Tony over here fastidiously.
What are you
yeah.
making, Tony? What'd you
So we're gonna
decide
make
on,
the-
Tony?
We're gonna make the mezcal martini because you said it was your favorite.
Yeah.
My
So
favorite.
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. So I'm mixing some nice vermouth in here, little lemon zest, and some dry vermouth. It's gonna be
Okay.
off the hook.
So this is a confession. This is a confession.
Wait, say that one more time.
Off the hook.
See,
We're bringing up.
Whoa,
that's my boys.
Gina, tell me that's the Yola that you just took a sip of.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a back-to-backer. This is my
Okay.
this is my mezcal. This is my. I've deconstructed my martini.
It's my favorite thing ever.
Good.
So I have
love
to
the
admit,
martini. Yeah, go ahead.
we share something in common. Gina, we're both martini girls. If there's one thing I love is a vodka martini, right?
Yeah.
And I'll make it with a little bit of olive juice. And I mean a little bit. Like I like my martinis dusty. I like it mostly vodka. Sometimes with a twist, sometimes not. The point I'm trying to make is spirit forward cocktails, simple as they come. You may convert me to a mezcal martini girl by the end of the show, and I'm excited. I am interested. Tony's over there mixing it up right now.
I'm a converter, and I'll tell you this. I think that the misconception is that mezcal, if you're not drinking the right mezcal, needs to stay in one lane. But I like to put it into my Italian aperitivo bar
Oh wow.
program instead. So yeah,
Oh wow.
Negronis and martinis. I think I'm gonna convert you for life.
Look at this
We need to
pour
get to-
Tony's
we-
got
hold
right
on,
now.
yeah, don't
Oh
point
my,
it out. I
yeah,
wanna
well,
get-
wow.
we need to get video of this, Tony.
Yeah, there it is.
There
Look
we
at that.
go, there we go.
Gosh, that looks amazing. Man, I miss Tony a lot. Listen,
I've been
Tony,
taking bartender lessons for you guys.
and right on, right on. When Tony wasn't here, we were left to our own devices. Luckily, producer Shelly came in and bartended one day.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just haywire.
Well, yeah, because Fletch left, who is the glue guy.
Oh, that's right.
And so we were left to our own devices with J-Riff. That show went off the rails real fast.
We made a drink at 6:05.
Dude, I was literally so when you guys made your first drink, just to give you an inside picture of what I was doing, I was huddled in my bathroom, sitting in the shower, shaking because I was sweating so bad that morning. And you guys were in here, oh my God, Rich, hey Travis, let's have a
You
drink.
should have just come in. You know why? Yola.
Yeah.
Only
Right.
live
You only live
after mezcal.
aperitivo.
That's
Damn
right.
it.
That's
We
right.
didn't prepare that. Sorry
No,
about that,
no,
Gina.
yeah,
We really
yeah.
dropped the bag, as
Okay.
they
Wow.
say. Mm.
Wow. Okay, so we're handing out this martini.
this.
Oh,
It's the snow.
it's the snow.
So Gina, when we get off the air at 9 a.m. this morning, like our workday is basically over. We have a couple things to do, but
Yeah.
do you have like a full workday that you're getting hammered for before?
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to keep going. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna have to keep drinking all throughout
Power
the
through.
day.
Power through.
That's what we got to do, guys.
Power through.
No rest for the weary. Tony Kanja supports that message. If you start drinking, don't stop. That means you're
Yeah.
going to have to make
Yeah.
another delivery from Keg and Bottle at some point. 10 locations around San Diego.
Which, by the way, if you're out there going, no, it's dry January. It's Quitter's Day.
Not so much.
It's Quitter's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is the day that the majority of Americans quit their New Year's resolution. So, you know what? Just go ahead. Give it up.
Yeah. If you've been
Oh, is this
holding.
the threshold? Is this the
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. So,
Okay.
so January 12th is known worldwide as Quitter's Day because if you've been, I don't know, you've been holding back on the Marlboro Lights, or if,
My dry January ended about 20 minutes ago.
if you pushed away your mezcal. No, sorry. It's time to pour them. It's time to pour them and smoke them if you
So
got 'em.
liquid has been disappearing around Rich, so I want to get to halftime before we try the martini, but don't drink it yet.
Okay,
because we
Whoa,
need
whoa,
your
whoa,
reaction.
Whoa.
TD, you ready?
Yeah. Well, in the NFL, not only is it a super wild card weekend, but the New England Patriots, they've already moved on from Bill, whatever his name was. They've named Gerard Mayo as their new head coach. And some bad weather this weekend, but the rumor mill of the Steelers-Bills game being moved to Cleveland, fake news. We just had breaking news there that it will be played in Buffalo in the snow. The Chiefs-Dolphins game expected to be the second coldest in NFL history. Temps expected to be right around 5 degrees with a wind chill of -30. And if you were wondering, Dolphins can't even live in less than 50-degree temps. So, whew,
Jesus.
it's going to be a lot of death out there. It's very, very sad. The Chiefs, Travis Kelce says that we shouldn't.
belly up.
The guy's house just burned down, and now you're talking about his impending doom in Kansas City.
It's not me. It's
Yeah.
the weather,
Right.
Rich.
Got
The Chiefs, Travis Kelce, says we shouldn't expect him to retire anytime soon, that he has no reason to stop playing football. And I would imagine Taylor Swift just gave him, and I use air quotes, the look, and then told Travis that they will talk about it later, and later meant the ride home. Aaron Rodgers, his hiatus from the Pat McAfee show didn't last very long, less than 24 hours after McAfee said he's never coming back here. Aaron Rodgers is gone. He was on the program to talk about Bill Belichick leaving the Patriots in college hoops. The Aztecs take on New Mexico tomorrow, 11 a.m. tip, 10:30 pregame here on San Diego Sports 760. And in the NBA, the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Another love grows cold on a sleepless night at the Trailblazers, 139-77.
Nobody knows who won.
The Suns might tune the Lakers, 127-109.
My two sons.
The Bucks jode the Celtics, 135-102.
Jesus.
The Cavaliers had an unconcerned or disdainful attitude about important matters. The Nets, 111-102. And the Mavs
get that one.
Jonas the Knicks, 128-124.
Nick Jonas. We don't need to rehash anything.
The Cavaliers, it was very
It
Cavalier.
was very cavalier of him.
Okay.
Yeah. Holy Jesus.
Can we drink?
Yeah, we can. All right, so we have a mezcal martini that Tony Kanja just made. Again, it's a Bar Cart Friday brought to you by Keg and Bottle, 10 locations around San Diego. Tony Kanja is the owner operator of Keg and Bottle. Also, our bartender today. We have Yola Mezcal in studio with us, and we are sipping down a martini. Tony, what'd you put in this martini?
So pretty simple. I did some dry vermouth right there.
Love that.
Right. So we added that in there. A little lemon zest in a shaker. Yola. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Super simple.
Cool.
Well,
It's
the little lemon zest on there to
looks beautiful.
give it a little taste.
Beautiful.
So
Look at that thing.
Yeah, look at this.
Look at that thing.
I mean,
Come on.
Gina. So Gina's joining us from Yola right now on the line as well. I mean, Tony, he might need to be a bartender over at
No
Keg and Bottle
kidding.
KB Bistro.
No kidding. All right, take a little sip.
How is it, guys?
Very good.
Oh wow.
Tony got this thing ice cold, and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tony. God, that's really good. Holy smokes.
Honestly, guys, those people out there drinking martinis, this is a nice twist to it.
This is really
Yeah,
good.
You know what I mean?
I never
Holy
thought
smokes.
I'd like a I'm not kidding. I like a classy, classic martini.
You just like to drink vodka straight.
True. I
Mhm.
do.
Mhm.
I never thought I'd like a mezcal martini. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Gina, this,
Converted you.
You said you were the converter. I'm converted. Okay, so I'm picking up all the citrus now. The vermouth
Yeah.
actually brought out the citrus.
Yeah, good call
Exactly.
on that.
Sort
Good
of
call on that.
it cuts into the kind of how voluptuous the mezcal is and sort of like cleans it up and then makes the notes shine, you know? I love
That
it.
was
Mark. I love how you
Excellent
have a
use of the
martini.
word
Gina.
voluptuous.
Yeah, I was going to use the same word, voluptuous.
I'll tell you right now, I
You
have been
know?
described throughout
That's what I'm
most
here
of
for.
my
That's what
life
I'm here for, boy.
as voluptuous.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
show
not
Gina
less-
the cakes. That's the most voluptuous part about you.
Well,
Hang on,
the
hang
last-
on, hang on. Look
Oh,
at
here we
Gina.
go.
Gina, look at this dump truck that Rich is working with. He's going on the wall. It's going inverted. It's going inverted. Yeah. Oh, and
There it
it's working.
is.
He's
Oh my
working
God.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Gina.
Got that on video
Scale
for you,
of 1
Gina.
to 10.
Listen,
First time's free.
Scale of 1 to 10, Gina. What are you ranking that?
That move,
Yeah.
I needed, it kind of cut out on me. Can you do it one more time?
Oh, she wants a freebie.
No, we
Okay,
just said
hang on.
first time's free.
First
Same
time's
time.
free.
It's like
Well,
OnlyFans. Come
you
on.
know what? It's she's asking for the question one more time, and there it is. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Huh?
Uh-huh.
All right. I think
The-
that's a 13 after that Yola Martini. So
Huh? 13. Wait, after the martini.
did she just
Wait,
say that I have to do it a third time? Is
No,
that
she,
what
Yeah.
said, she said it was a
Sorry.
13.
Scale of 10. She gave you a
oh,
13. Scale of 1 to 10.
She
gave
gave
you
a
likes it.
13. Well, listen, thank you, Gina, first and foremost. Second of all, I assume the check will be in the mail the second time. Was not
Right.
for free.
Right.
Oh, yeah. The broadcast cut out. Heard that one before, Gina. Yeah.
Well, it's
Heard that
crazy
one.
because actually the more or less on Rich Ornberger twerking on the show this morning was actually set at 1.5.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you were playing on Prize Picks this morning, you would have lost if you took the less than. And that's what you do with Prize Picks. All
That's
you got
called
to do.
the backdoor cover.
Yeah, it is. Jesus. 2 to 6 players, more or less on their stat projections, and you are able to turn your money into 25 times your money this football season. Now you can play during basketball season as well. Prize Picks is the #1 daily fantasy sports platform in North America, the easiest and the most exciting way to play DFS. And if you sign up today by using promo code Fletch, you are going to get a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks is awesome, man. They do the reboot policy so that your entries will stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For football and basketball games, if you have a player who exits the game in the first half and doesn't return in the second, that player is automatically rebooted, meaning it won't hurt your pick'em entry. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, enormous selection of players and stat types. That's what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And they offer a bunch of weekly promotions. And I promise you want to download the app today because the Friday promotions are usually the best ones. Also, Tuesday promotions are great too. Prize Picks offering Apple Pay for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season, as well as basketball, UFC, anything else you want to make an entry with. But 2 to 6 player stat projections. Watch the winnings roll in. I've been doing it this year. I've made over $800 so far with Prize Picks in about the 5 weeks that I've been playing it. So get on over to prizepicks.com/Fletch. $100 first deposit match. That's what you need for the divisional round of football. Coming up next, more Bar Cart Friday with Keg and Bottle and Yola Mezcal. Can't wait for that. Tony Kanja and the gang coming up next on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Hey, it's Fletch for SDFatLoss.com, and you got to get over there because the three of us, we were hopeless. We were big fat fatties, and now we are not. As a show, actually, we've lost over 110 pounds together. And if you're tired of the yo-yo diet, if you're in the new year and you're thinking about this is the year that I finally make a change to my health, get on over to SDFatLoss.com. The consultation is free. You'll chat with Wayne or Chloe. That's been our weight loss team, and they will talk you through the way to lose a tremendous amount of weight here in 2024. And if you're thinking about that latest fad medication, if you think it's just an easy fix, it's not, because it's temporarily suppressing your hunger. But as soon as you get off the drug, your frustration and your weight will come right back to haunt you. SDFatLoss.com. They have the secret for quick weight loss and, most importantly, lasting weight loss using their time-tested methods over literally tens of thousands of clients across the country. SDFatLoss.com. They've broken the weight loss code, gone on their starvation diet plans, do away with the latest fads and their long list of side effects. SDFatLoss.com. It's healthy weight loss using real whole foods and proprietary strategies to help your body become you once again. Again, the three of us did it and it worked so successfully. The three of us are idiots. And if we can do it, I promise you, you can too. So get on over to SDFatLoss.com today, get a free consultation, and start losing some weight here in the new year. If you have a wedding coming up, if say your son or daughter is graduating soon and you want to be looking good for all the photo ops that come with it, SDFatLoss.com is the place you need to go. Make a change in 2024. Start losing some weight here on SDFatLoss.com. It's a Bar Car Friday on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, and this update is presented by Progressive Insurance. Starting off with college hoops, Aztecs playing tomorrow morning at the Pit in New Mexico. Huge arena, going to be an awesome environment. 11 o'clock tip-off, 10:30 pregame coverage. You can listen right here on San Diego Sports 760. Quick note about the Aztecs. Jaden Ledee, who's been a superstar so far this year for the Aztecs, is on the midseason watch list for the Wooden Award, which goes every year to the best player in college basketball. So there's 25 guys on the list. Jaden Ledee right here in San Diego is one of 25. In the NFL, that did not take long. Patriots hiring Gerard Mayo to take over as their head coach after parting ways with Bill Belichick yesterday. Super wild card weekend kicking off tomorrow. We got a few games here on San Diego Sports 760. Packers, Cowboys at 1:30 Sunday. Rams, Lions at 5:30 Sunday. Listen to both of those here on 760. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Man, we are doing it right here on
Yeah,
a Friday,
buddy.
on a Keg and Bottle Friday, brought to you by Park Card Friday.
What the hell did you just say?
I
just said-
realized halfway through that I had picked that up.
He just said it's a Keg and Bottle Friday brought to you by Bar Cart Friday.
I
Yeah.
love that.
That was not on purpose. That
I'll
was
tell you what,
really
give him
not on
another
purpose.
shot.
Let's
Yeah.
get him
Listen,
another shot.
Actually, here, give me your glass of mezcal.
No,
no, Yola.
No, I'll top you off. I'll
I
top
got
you.
some.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeez, I got some
No,
already.
it's fine. We'll share.
By the way, we do have a pair of tickets to give away for Def Leppard and Journey, Petco Park, August 30th. LiveNation.com if you want to try to buy those or get some info there. But if you want to win them, keep listening because, I mean, we always come through
Yeah.
on our promises.
Dude, 100% of the time we give away the tickets. Sometimes, wow,
Pop.
that was a good mezcal
Sorry
pop
to interrupt.
over there.
We do have some breaking news out of the NFL, but does anyone care about the Washington Commanders' new GM?
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
They're hiring 49ers special assistant GM Adam Peters as the new general manager out in Washington.
49ers falling apart right before the wild card.
Interesting.
So special assistant to John Lynch
yeah.
is now the new GM in Washington.
Okay, so John Lynch, who, by the way, for anybody who's keeping track at home, was an unbelievable safety in the National Football League.
Mean safety.
Oh, hard hitter, one of the best. So won a Super Bowl with the Bucks, then continued his career with Denver, then goes into the broadcast booth and is one of the better color analysts
Fantastic.
in the league. He was a quick riser. It looked like he was going to be in the number one spot at some point on Fox, but then he gets poached by the 49ers who hire him as a general manager alongside Kyle Shanahan, sign him to a big long-term deal. And then they just re-upped recently, actually twice over. And so he's not going anywhere, but poaching from his staff is a smart decision. Josh Harris, new owner of the Washington Commanders, after hiring Bob Myers, a former Golden State Warriors general manager, which makes sense that he's bringing in a Bay Area guy into the fold.
So Adam Peters has won Super Bowls while working in New England and Denver. He's been in San Francisco since 2017, helping build one of the NFL's top rosters.
Okay, wow. Okay, so there you go. That's the backstory there and a little breaking news out of the NFL. We are joined by Yola Mezcal. Gina is on the line with us alongside Tony Kanja, purveyor, operator, owner of Keg and Bottle, who's been our bartender today. Gina, what's your reaction to the Washington Commanders in this hire? I'm just kidding.
Actually, I have something to say.
Yeah, I have a lot of things I need to get off my chest.
I was wishing I had a really nice rebuttal to that, but I don't. I'm just sitting here sipping some mezcal.
Are you a sports fan at all? Do you watch any sports?
I did growing up. I was a really big Dodgers fan, but things have changed now.
Okay, it was nice talking to you, Gina. We'll see you later.
Connection's a little
Yeah.
spotty, Gina.
Wow, yeah.
A little spotty here.
Gotta
I
go.
was
We
a kid in Cali.
This is not available at keggandbottle.com.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Tony, this on sale.
On sale.
Yola
So
Mezcal.
we
$40.
worked $40. We did some magic. Might even be less than that. Let me look, but we put some deals together. I mean, normally it's I think $60 a bottle,
Yeah.
and then we reduce the price to $39 for everybody.
How
So if you
about
go
that?
online, that's the price. And then they also have a 200 ml that's only $20.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Hey, how about
It's
that?
a little sampler size. So it's normally 30 on sale for 20 for our listeners, just so they can try it.
Okay, so $39. You could try the Mezcal Yola that we're trying today
That
on
feels
the
like a
show here.
steal.
Yeah,
It
that
is.
is a steal.
We'll put a
Yep.
link up on our Big Rich TD Fletch on Instagram. This way you can grab a bottle of that. We'll tag Tony and Keg and Bottle so you can find it there as well on Instagram. This is a lot of fun because again, mezcal for me has always been one of those. I don't know. You go to a Mexican restaurant, you're having a couple of quesadillas and a couple of tacos, and all of a sudden somebody goes, "Hey, do you want a mezcal old fashioned?" And I say, "Yeah, sure." After my first margarita goes down. I mean, I've never tried mezcal naked. First and foremost, I've never tried mezcal in a martini. Second, and now we're trying the
Pachuga.
The Pachuga.
Wait until you try this, guys. This is a $100 bottle of mezcal.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now, so
Yeah.
this,
Gina, tell us about the Pachuga. What makes it?
Don't ask me about baseball, but let me tell you about this Pachuga. This is a beautiful, special, celebratory mezcal. So a lot of farmers in Oaxaca make Pachuga as their sort of holiday mezcal or a ceremonial celebratory mezcal. So a lot of quinceañeras, birthday parties. This one in particular is our farmers celebration mezcal, and it has it's fermented with different local citruses, so mandarin, pineapple, tecojote, and it has a weird sort of piece of the puzzle of making pechuga is that there's often a piece of meat that's fermented in it, and so typically it's a chicken breast.
Wait, whoa, Gina,
Chicken? Did you say chicken?
Before we go
Pump
forward,
the
we're gonna go
brakes.
backwards before we go forward.
Yeah.
You just said you ferment a piece of meat. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, it's not a chicken wing. Like it's not, it's not what you eat on
It's the whole chicken
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sitting on top of it.
Was it a live chicken?
Fermented.
What part of the chicken did you say?
I know. It's more like an air freshener than anything. They tie a piece of
Right.
Get the hell right out of here,
And
Gina.
we'll charge you double for the
Wait a
chicken.
second, Wait a second.
It's an air freshener.
You tie the piece of chicken, and where does it go?
the chicken in an art case with the what you're drinking, turkey breast, is
Oh,
tied
wow.
to the top of the still.
Of course it is.
Question, Gina.
Yeah.
So the Yola Pechuga is turkey boob juice. That's
Yeah.
what I got out of this conversation.
It's basically turkey tit juice.
I'll tell you right now, Gina.
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
turkey tit.
I have nipples, Gina. Can you milk me?
I don't think we're allowed to say that, Gina. I don't think we're
No?
allowed to say that. No, we're gonna.
And don't say it again.
Yeah.
They don't let
It is
me into
fun.
the sports conversations first.
No. It's fine. So Aaron Bauman joined us. Aaron Bauman, who just had a birthday, we celebrated.
I'm not sure what I joined here though.
No,
like I
no.
walked in and I hear
No,
there
no.
the meat and the turkey.
Yeah,
Have
and
a
it's
the-
good.
sip. Have a sip.
It's good.
Yeah, just have a
Wait,
sip.
what? It's Pechuga. Everybody
It's
knows
Pechu-
Pechuga.
It's Yola Pechuga.
By the way,
Well,
you
now
can
I
see the
know.
goals down at Pechuga Arena, I think.
Yeah,
Close.
that's it. This is
Pachanga.
Oh,
You
Pechuga.
laugh, but tell me.
No,
how
no.
You,
We're
Okay,
gonna,
hold
we're
on.
gonna
Tell
take
me
a
how
sip.
you
As I- Gina, as I
All
take
jokes
a sip of
aside,
this,
it's freaking delicious.
hold on. I have not sipped it yet.
I know.
But I can tell you, it smells a little more citrusy than the mezcal.
What was that?
It smells a little more citrusy, a little more citrus
Yeah.
on the nose.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
really because the fruit is in the juice, so it's fermented with the fruit in the juice.
Oh my god, that's
Well,
fantastic.
and the turkeys, eat fruit. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's-
right. No, all kidding aside,
It's really good.
that is
That
phenomenal.
was really good.
yeah,
That is
exactly.
phenomenal.
It sounds
Oh,
pretty.
wow.
It sounds like a wild turkey, but it's really good. Mezcal.
That is fantastic.
Wow.
all
Checking in from Gotoga,
Yeah.
Lucy the Christmas goat checking in saying that she loves mezcal
Oh my God.
and
wow.
wants to try the Pechuga.
By the way,
again,
you-
Travis, you don't have to
sure?
read every text to get on air.
it's
What?
a,
What? Come on! It's Lucy the Christmas
I know.
goat.
it's a busy day here on a Bar Car Friday. By the way, we haven't mentioned it yet, but we have a couple of interns from was it St. Augustine High School?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. By the way,
are they allowed to be in here?
21-year-old interns.
They have been
Yeah.
left back several times.
Yeah.
No. Fletch's timing is fantastic. I was going to give Ian and Nevin a shout out because they've been very helpful
I
this
don't know
morning.
if it's legal to have them
What?
here.
Yeah, no,
Dude, you can have 18-year-olds
fine.
serving alcohol
Yeah.
in restaurants.
Yeah.
It's fine,
Wait,
dude.
are you guys
They're,
18?
they're
nervous.
observing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just observing.
They're
just observing.
They're definitely outside of the studio, not
Dude,
in here with
yeah,
us.
if there's one thing I did is when I opened the studio door, I high-fived them, and then I came back in the studio where
Yep.
they're not.
Right? And Aaron
Um,
Bauman walked right by him and said, "Hey guys,
Hey.
excuse me, I have to walk into the studio without you guys in here."
They're like, "Hey, Ian and Nevin," and then they're like, "How did you know our names?" And it was a
She's
string.
like, "I'm EB. I take care of all accounts over $600 million. I know everybody's name."
No big deal.
Yeah.
I had a ton of dumplings last night,
Oh, I had
Yeah,
so
you-
many.
and
Oh
I
my
didn't
gosh.
invite anybody
Yeah.
from Big Rig
No.
Skinny and
Yeah.
Fletch.
Sorry.
Saw that.
Wow.
Saw that as well.
Did you go to Din Tai Fung?
I did.
Yeah,
Wow.
What? How come we didn't get any invite?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Well, let's go now.
it's a big
By the
problem.
Time do they open?
By the way,
A little late.
a week from today,
It's weird, but they open at 10 a.m. I know that.
Little late.
what, they
I
do
think
open at
so.
10 a.m.
Dude, you may have
We
a
could do a
problem.
Well, that's the
trip.
way you get the table because it fills up so quickly.
That's a good point.
Aaron,
Delicious.
how do you feel about Fletch's shirt right now?
Well, it looks better when he shimmies like
What?
that. It would help.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
definitely
Very
helps.
American Dad kind of a look.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Vibe.
okay. American Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
this a new shirt, Fletch? Where do we get this?
Brand spanking new. There's
Okay.
a Forever 21 going out of business.
Okay,
This thing was
thank you.
$2.
What?
I didn't even have to bring this up. You were shopping at Forever 21.
Kendall was shopping at Forever 21. I was sitting at home. She came home with this little ditty, and I said, "Oh, Bar Car Friday written all over it."
We've run out of time for barrel picks. We're gonna get to that next week.
What? Yeah.
No. Here's what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna continue enjoying the Yola Pachuga, which has been absolutely incredible to try naked. We're gonna have a cocktail on the other side, provided by Tony Kanja from Keg and Bottle, 10 locations around San Diego on a Bar Car Friday. Gina has been just a barrel of laughs. It's been awesome having Gina from Yola on.
Nice tie-in.
So we're going to do some playoff brackets on the other side. We're going to try a cocktail on the other side. We're going to wrap up Bar Car Friday on the other side. That's next. It's a Bar Cart Friday brought to you by Keg and Bottle. Happy Friday, everybody. It's a Bar Cart Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Yeah, it's working. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch with you on a Bar Car Friday, brought to you by Keg and Bottle, 10 locations around San Diego. And we are being served up our next drink by Tony Concha, owner-operator of Keg and Bottle. And these look phenomenal. So we're with Yola Mezcal today. We just tried the Pachuga naked, which means without anything in it, just a little Pachuga in a cup.
Wait a minute. I have to put my clothes back on?
Yeah, back on,
We've been
baby.
trying
Put
to
them
tell
back
you
on.
that
Okay.
the whole show, and you haven't
Seems
listened yet. which-
Weird.
Yep.
Not as fun.
We're also going to do our barrel picks because we had no time last out. We're going to try to get that and we'll fit it in. But we're also joined by Gina with Yola, who has been fantastic all morning walking us through this tasting. But before we get back to Gina, Tony, what's in this cocktail? Why is it so purty?
So it's purdy because we added a little capelletti aperitivo. So it's kind of like an Aperol, but a little different.
Okay.
So this was Gina's choice to put in here. So I said, let's do that.
Like that.
Do
We
it.
added some
Do it.
agave.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Some agave. Yeah, I saw you pouring that in.
Some agave syrup in there, right? We added the Pachuga. So this is typically with bottles this good. I don't like making cocktails out of it because it's just good, neat the way we had it.
Yeah.
But you guys, you're in for a treat. We garnished with a lime. We shook it all together, right? And then you guys are ready for a nice little treat.
All right. Well, let's give it a sip.
Okay. All right.
Oh, hot damn.
Oh,
geez.
wow.
It's good.
Holy
Okay.
smokes. Holy smokes,
Holy
Tony.
smokes! Got a
Hey,
hint of
Gina.
smoke
Yeah.
because of the
Hey, Gina.
mezcal, the Pachuga.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
getting that hint of chicken?
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
I'm not getting any chicken
it's
in
turkey.
mine.
It's the turkey. It's the turkey boob juice that really makes the Pachuga. It brings the Pachuga home.
Mhm.
Gina, how did you do this? Are you a wizard?
I don't know, man. I can't answer that. How did I do what? Make this cocktail?
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the-
jumped into your psyche and knew exactly what you wanted this.
This is incredible. This is absolutely delicious. The Pachuga is a winner. I mean, look, the Pachuga on its own is a winner. In this cocktail, it absolutely soars. Listen, I don't know how big of a mezcal fan I was before this show, but I'm leaving this show an enormous mezcal fan.
Dude, I have to put a Yola right on the shelf.
Dude, yeah. This is-
Tattooed, converted for life, guys.
Did you just say
Converted for life.
tattoo?
Did you say
Tattooed.
Wait, actually, I can change my YOLO tattoo. I could just add a little tail to the O and
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
Yola.
But Gina, you kind of made it seem like you have a Yola tattoo.
Yeah, so
I
we
have
need
a,
to see
I have,
that.
I have a turkey tail. Guess where?
Wait, whoa.
Hang on a second.
Whoa.
Where is the turkey tail?
That I mean, if you do one more of those wall, upside down things, maybe I'll
Do
tell
it. Do it. Do it. Okay.
Oh wow! Inquiring minds want to know.
Gina, really in.
By the way, I also almost pulled my hamstring. This is even a little bit of a joke last time I tried to do this. So I am sacrificing body and limb.
All right.
Damn it, we have to
And-
find out. We have to find
Where-
out. Okay, theater on the wall.
We gotta find. Oh, there it is.
Twerk. Look at that, Gina. Look
After-
at
After
Yeah.
a second Yola cocktail,
that.
I
That
get-
just happened. That
I
just
give,
happened.
So-
I give it a 10.
Guys,
He's
this is
exhausted.
probably unprecedented. 3 times.
Okay.
Wow, that's incredible.
Listen,
Three
Ian,
twerks.
Nevin, relax over there. I know.
Yeah.
I get
Calm
it.
down.
Yeah.
You're
calm
really
down.
messing with the Vegas lines today, Richie.
Gina.
Where's the turkey tail?
Pin the tail on the turkey tail. You're gonna have to have me on again, and then we can have it.
Oh.
Can't do that.
I've been had.
Yeah.
I've been had.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold
Hook,
on.
line,
Hold
and
on.
sinker.
You,
Is
you,
it-
o-
is it
you
lower
only
back?
live after mezcal, guys.
Is it the lower back, Gina?
Oh, come on! I'm from Southern California, but I'm not like that.
Okay, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Let's just start there.
I lost you. I actually lost you. What
Sorry,
did you
sorry.
say?
North of the equator, south of the equator.
We'll go with west. I'm on the west
Okay.
coast.
That
That
is
means
confirmed south of the
southwest.
equator. Gina.
Do you really think I have a turkey tail tattooed on me after making this one bottle of mezcal? Actually,
Yes.
Wait
Yes,
a second.
yes. Wait.
So you're,
Yes.
So you're also a liar.
Wait,
my God.
No, now she's trying to backtrack, Fletch.
Wait a
She's trying to
second.
backtrack. That thing,
we'll go with west.
we know exactly where it is.
Okay,
right?
listen. I'm a fool. I and this has happened before, and we've all seen it happen before, and that's fine. Gina, you've been wonderful.
Yes.
This has been an education, and frankly, maybe an education in restraint for the future for me. Yeah. Maybe I should take it easy on the mezcal.
You shouldn't.
I
You
shouldn't.
shouldn't. It's been a good day.
Just full throttle.
Yeah, all the time.
I'm going
All
to
the
tell you
time.
what, Pachuga is now the drink of choice, the DOC in the Ornberger household. Gina,
love
thank you
it.
for introducing
Nicely
us.
done.
I love
Nicely
it.
done.
I hope
Thank
you
you
do.
so much.
You pick it up. Go ahead, Gina. Go ahead, Gina.
Yeah, you go ahead. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
everything. Okay, Tony Conja, thank you for playing bartender today. Keg and
Absolutely.
bottle.
Thank you for having me.
10 locations around San Diego. Pick you some Yola up today. Really good stuff.
Before we get out, do you guys want to do one pick, one game,
One game.
one game each?
Okay.
One game each?
We
Okay.
have 2 minutes left in the show.
So let's call out the games here. How about this? Where do you want to go? AFC or NFC, Fletch?
You're going AFC.
I'm going AFC. Okay, then I'm looking at Browns and Texans, and I'm taking the Browns.
Browns favored by 2.5. You're taking the
I'm
two
taking-
and a
I'm
half
taking
also?
it. Yep.
I'll go AFC.
Okay, yeah, what do you
Tony?
got?
'Cause I really don't like KC. So I think they're losing.
So
You got
Dolphins,
Dolphins.
I think
money line or
Dolphins
Dolphins plus 4.5.
plus
you can have
4.5.
those.
Yeah, take the points. Take
And
the points.
that's also going to be negative 30 degrees, which, as
Yep.
Travis Dale mentioned, Dolphins cannot survive in that frigid of
They
weather.
can't.
That's
They can't.
right. Anything below 50.
Yeah,
They
I'm
it's
don't
going
over.
survive in
NFC.
the
I'm
tropics.
taking the Rams plus 3.
Okay,
Wow,
the Rams
okay.
plus 3. Yeah, I guess if you're going to take the Rams, I'm going to take the Eagles then. I'm going to say in the
Okay.
NFC.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Eagles against the Bucks.
Okay.
And I'm going to take them on the money line. How about that? Even though they're
Gina,
dog.
Gina, who do you like? Bills or Steelers?
Gina's gone, dude.
Oh, Gina's gone.
Oh,
We'll
she's
talk
long
to you
gone.
later, Gina. It's cool. Wait, Gina's there?
Kind of.
I'm
Yeah, she's
here,
back.
but I thought I was out of the sports.
Nope.
combo, but
No,
I,
no.
Never.
So do you like the Steelers or the Bills? It's going to be a cold one, but both of these are cold weather teams.
ooh, I'll go with the Bills.
Okay.
Good call. Yeah,
Solid
good call.
pick.
That's
Good
a
call.
solid pick.
Yeah. It's been a hell of a
Did
week,
I
boys.
redeem myself? Did I
You
redeem
did.
myself?
You had no reason to.
Yeah.
You've done a fantastic job.
Except for the Dodgers thing.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was calling it back. I shouldn't have brought it back up. But yes, the Bills.
Can't
Let's go
believe
with the
you did that.
Bills.
Good. Who do we thank, Benny?
Oh, we thank Gina. You were awesome today, Gina. Thank you to Tony Conja, the owner and operator of Keg and Bottle 10 locations throughout San Diego. Thank you to Jared Smith, who made a surprise appearance. Thank you to Aaron Cooney and the Goals. We gave away that 4-pack of tickets a little earlier today. Get on out to Pechanga Arena, and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Aaron Bauman. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Ian Nevin from St. Augustine. We'll be back on Monday. The Herd is next.
Oh my God.
We did it again. Yeah, we did it again.
Yeah.
We are idiots.
Uh-huh.
We're sorry. We apologize.
What?
But we are giving away those tickets to Journey and Def Leppard. We have a pair of tickets to give away via livenation.com. 877-767-4760 is the number to call. Caller number 9
At 9 a.m.
at 9 a.m. wins those tickets. If you call before then, we're going to hang up on you.
Yeah.
Def Leppard, Journey, 9 a.m. 877-767